out. Sorry, hate to break it to you, bud.
Crazy, bro.
Oh man, y'all don't get to monopolize everything, bro. If he want to be a nerd, he can be a nerd.
Shot as a football player. Okay, Shot as a football player too.
He never played football. That doesn't count. He did nerd shit.
I played till ninth grade.
Yeah, like I said, he ain't play no football.
He played football. He a football player.
Oh,
I think I would have been a decent tight end, man.
Y'all played fucking two-hand touch football. That don't make you a football player. He did actual nerd shit and was successful. He was unsuccessful at football.
Actual football shit, and he was successful too.
No, he wasn't. Who the fuck plays until 8th grade and you say, yeah, that guy was good?
He didn't say 8th. He didn't say 8th.
He did.
I got hit, 8th grade. It was it, Cheeky.
Yeah, man, he got hit.
They wanted me to play in high school, but I was like, man, I'm cool.
What do you mean? Julian Newman was a basketball superstar god.
He was a social media superstar guy. That's what he was.
That's what he was a basketball superstar.
This nigga said Julian Newman, bro. Don't disrespect, bro. Stop, bro. Stop that bullshit, bro. We're not going to tolerate
that.
Dribbling 100 times and going
basketball.
Right.
Julian Newman.
Ain't going nowhere.
Rashad, how you feel about Reeboks?
As far as brands, I mean,
the sneakers.
What do you mean? How you feel about Reeboks?
I don't really see a place for Reeboks, man, other than like when you paint or something.
Who the fuck would like Reeboks anyway? That ain't nerd shit. That's cornball shit.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
I better put some respect on AI name, man. Stop playing, bro.
Nerds,
the only ones that everybody respect for some.
Like 2 years.
Yeah, that's it, bro. After AI, that's it. And then whenever they do the Sean Kemp's retro those, that's about it. Sean Kemp's and what's the name? People don't even fuck with the Shaqs like that.
Yo, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, man. Why did we start talking about Reeboks?
Nerd shit.
I started saying I was a nerd because I took he was showing the periodic table in the shirt. I said I took organic chemistry too. I gotta be a nerd, bro.
Yeah, there's no way.
If you take chemistry at all in a nigga neighborhood, yeah, that's nerd central.
Oh man, thank you, Mr. Fantastic.
You was probably like what, 3 people in that class? Shit.
It was like
physics.
I took physics too.
You know what?
No. I'm talking about as a minor. Mechanical engineering is a major, physics minor.
Oh. We're not fucking doubt. We're not challenging your nerdship, brother.
Oh.
You already know what that is.
Right.
Yeah, we're not challenging.
I was a bio major.
Had this conversation.
A black teenager taking chemistry, yeah, bro. Like,
I just don't understand why Cheeky want to have monopoly on nerd shit.
It's not me want to have monopoly, bro. All right.
What is it?
We talking about old nerd shit. Like we don't even live the same lives. All right. We've been over this already.
Y'all think it's generational though too, Cheeky.
It is generational. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all shit is.
Shot is old as shit, and he fit the older shit nerd.
Chill out, bro. See, here come a disrespectful ass young whippersnapper ass.
Disrespectful.
Shut your ass up.
He old. What? All of y'all are old. I'm the youngest nigga on the panel, and I'm getting old too. So
I'm just saying what
you want me to do.
Sean,
why is it okay? Why do black men have such a problem with being older? I don't get it.
Because not older. Older and old is 2 different things, brother. Older and old are 2 different things, brother.
See, why are you fighting it? Just go ahead and be old, bro. It's okay. You get a lot more freedom when you get old.
Your adolescent love life
excusing shit.
In 3 words, Shot. Because a nerd, this is bullshit.
Great. My mom was always getting annoyed with girls being around, so it was great. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And listen, all I'm saying is let that man. He didn't play football. What the fuck else is he gonna be but a nerd?
You gave everybody swirlies.
Think about it.
This nigga talk about basketball all the time, and
that's
you make
what I'm saying. That shit is nerd shit, bro.
Basketball is the best sport ever. What
niggas only play basketball because they can't play football.
That's just the other way around.
Because you don't want to play football. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to play football.
It's that violence, man.
You don't want to play football.
The greatest tight end in NFL history played what sports?
What?
Aaron Hernandez? Who?
Gronk. It ain't Aaron Hernandez.
Ain't Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp not better than Gronk.
Is a football playing machine, nigga. Come on, son.
Gronk and Tony Gonzalez both play basketball.
Gronk is the fucking essence of a football player. Bro.
And
stop.
Yeah, but what did they had to excel in football because they were ass in basketball.
No, it's
same thing with Julius Peppers.
What you mean? Didn't
You
he play?
see how that
Didn't he
worked?
play at UNC?
Yeah, he did, but he wasn't
Yo,
he wasn't no All American
So
or no
let me
shit
get
like
this
that.
straight. He got on the court at
And
UNC
what to
though.
kill, not to kill Spikes. What was the boy Gates? Antonio Gates too.
Yo, these guys are specialists, man. Like they play football. They just treated basketball like an afterthought.
No, nigga, they were undersized for their position
They're
in basketball.
short. Yeah, they're short. Okay.
Yeah, so
fine.
that means you can't play.
Fantastic. Let's settle this, bro. Let's settle it. We ain't got to keep arguing. Basketball
Allen
players
Iverson was 6'1".
basketball players are the coolest athletes. Most
Hands down.
marketable. Hands down.
Hands down.
As far
Y'all
as
only
training-
got
as far
one.
as
Y'all got
training
one,
culture-
maybe two.
Now the nigga.
Y'all got two. Y'all got two cool niggas.
How you put
Y'all got
nerd and
two-
cool together? Make this
Y'all
shit
got
make
two
sense.
cool. Y'all got two cool niggas. First and foremost, most fucking basketball players ain't nerds. Them motherfuckers dumb as shit. But they just jocks. But no, so you only got two cool niggas in the history of football, right? Deion Sanders and like Randy Moss.
What?
Yeah, but football players are heroic. We don't.
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Fuck cool.
You heard what I said.
Now stick
Michael
on cool
Vick
for a
wasn't
second.
cool?
Stick on cool. We talking about cool right now.
Wait a minute.
You said cool. Yes, there's only two cool niggas in the history of fucking football.
Michael
That's because
Vick
football isn't cool. It's
Michael
heroic.
Vick.
Oh,
Vick.
Mike, I forgot about. Well, Mike Vick is a felon, so he
Mike
he don't
We gotta
Vick.
count.
slow shit down. Like
Come
I
on,
understand.
bro.
Mike Vick
but we
is
gotta slow
Mike
shit
Vick
down.
is a felon.
Mike Vick, cool as shit, bro.
Michael Vick cool.
He is, man, because of them dogs. Because he's fighting them dogs. He's doing the nigga
That nigga was
shit.
cool before the
Who else
dogs.
is cool? You
That's
got Allen Iverson who's cool. That's it.
Jordan.
Yeah, Iris. What are you talking about?
Jordan is
Basketball?
not cool. LeBron is
How
not
Jordan
cool.
cool?
How Jordan is the
Kobe
literal
not
essence of cool. What the fuck
No,
are you
he's
talking about?
not, bro.
Like
Think-
Mike.
Jordan-
If
Jordan's
I
a
could be
prick.
like Mike,
Think about this.
I want to be
Stop the
like.
show, man.
You
Stop the
had
show,
you had
man.
little white kids. Hamp. You had this was the first black man that every white
Exactly.
person accepted into their
Exactly
home.
the point.
Cool, the coolness of cool, nigga.
No, exactly the point. You
the
just
first
hurt.
human being to do a movie with a cartoon, nigga.
You
Stop.
just ate your own point. Pause.
That's not true.
White boys wanted to be like Mike. That make them not
Everybody
cool. That don't
did.
make them cool.
Niggas after the niggas. What are you talking about?
Oh, you said white boys. I'm telling you, that makes you
Yeah, them
uncool.
too.
When
And
did you-
Chinese and Arab.
That makes
and,
them less
and Arab,
cool.
and Indian.
Less cool, nigga. Now, who wanted to be like Iverson? Us. That's why Iverson is
Yes.
cool, nigga. White people
White
don't make
boys
shit
too.
cool.
The
No,
Wiggins
listen.
did too.
Listen, white people make shit less cool, nigga. When they accept you, you doing something wrong. Niggas know that.
No.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
No,
you talking
man.
about?
No.
Yeah, no.
You don't know. You can't name 6 white boys that got an Iverson poster on their wall.
Yeah, I don't know 6 white boys.
Well, who fault is that?
I don't know 6 white boys.
It's a stampede! DJ Ham the Stampede. DJ Ham the Stampede.
Yo, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute to everybody in the building, the HQ special edition on a Wednesday. We had to make up for it to be as consistent as possible. We are here. Mr. Fantastic, what's popping?
Yo, what up? What up?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Hey, man. You know what? Living the dream, man.
Indeed, man. Cowabunga and all that, man. Aaron, what's popping?
Nothing to it. Just, rest in peace to Riley, aka Black Ass. Sweet pup. But,
Yeah.
11 good years out of her.
Indeed, man. 11 good years out of her is crazy, son. Salute to the dogs, man. Cheek, what's popping?
Good, man. I'm good.
How you feeling? Everything golden?
As golden as it can be, dog.
Yo, man, I see how y'all do what y'all do, man, right? My wife got these things. It's like a Clorox thing, and you snap on the cleaner on the bottom, and then you clean the toilet, and then you can snap it off. I'm like, why we got that? But then I was cleaning the bathroom, or call myself trying to clean the bathroom, and I realized how effective it was. So, as a janitor, I just want to say I appreciate what y'all do, man. You know what I mean?
We don't got that, though. It's pissing and terrible.
Y'all just elbow greasing it up, huh?
Got to. These niggas is bad.
Yo, what's worse? As a janitorial specialist, what's worse, the girls' bathroom or the guys' bathroom?
Easy.
The girls.
By far.
Girls, and it's not even a question.
Bruh. Oh my God. Hemp. I don't. If men,
How
if
you know?
men had to, well, I was on a boat, nigga, and the women would tell you just how bad the women were, bro. Women are fucking disgusting, dog. It would kill the dream, bro. It really would.
Thought most men already
No, it
knew that.
wouldn't. All you gotta do
Nah.
is just look at their car, and then you could just look at how they car is. You be like, how the fuck do you drive anywhere? What it? Your cars be terrible.
That is the thing. It's like every woman or like most women are hoarders in their cars. Their cars are like hoarding fucking stations.
Yeah, that shit, boy. Hey, they cars, they bathrooms, this shit is messy, bro.
Everything just it's just bad. They don't, and the smells. Father God.
Yeah. Men piss on half the bathroom. They piss everywhere, the whole bathroom, shit everywhere, and bleed everywhere.
Oh my. Shy, what's popping?
Yo, same old, man. Another day, another dollar. I was hey, it's funny, man. I got like 8 notifications on my phone like 2 days ago from Facebook, right? So I opened it, and I always talk about my community dads, the people that kind of show love to as a kid. So one of them reached out to me. He was like, he had sent me 8 different links about like Black history and statistics. He was like, yeah, man, I watched you debating that Mr. Logic guy. He put the Mr. Logic in quotation marks. And he was like, man, great job, man. So he, it's fantastic. They enjoy me, man, battling you, bro. But it's dope because, man, the platform is growing. I think this guy probably about 60. And I didn't even know he was watching. I've never even shared the show on Facebook. So it's just dope, people tuning in to the platform, man. So it's, it's dope. And then I might have stopped cussing so much, man, because, the
Yeah,
elders
tell him
watching me,
tell him get my name right next time.
He said Mr.
Respectfully
Logic guy.
to the
That was
OG.
funny,
Tell him get my name right. But I am logical,
Yeah,
so I mean, it's kind of inferred.
There's only one Mr. Logic, and it ain't.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Where he at? Where the hell? Logic back over here? He back home?
Nah.
Shout out to him wherever he at.
He was in Germany for a good little minute. I don't know if he's back in the U.S. though.
But nah, it's dope, man. People checking out the platform, growth. So it's all positive. Him got 17 jobs, man.
Chat ninjas. What else did he used to say, Mr. Logic? He's chat ninjas and something else.
Dick and pussy conversation? Yeah, DMP.
Yeah, he started, that.
Oh, you started DMP?
And terrorist.
Yeah, terrorists. Yeah.
Yeah, baby mama terrorists, right? Baby mama terrorists.
Yeah, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
The wild boy.
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker, man.
Damn, my bad. Damn, man. How should I say he was doing? He all right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Shy, what you gonna do, man? When you gonna join Aaron and them niggas?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? Yeah, niggas, if you drop your keys, you gotta get somebody else to pick them up.
Nah, I'm good.
I think you
do
got
hot yoga.
I think you got a sunroof.
I do hot yoga, man.
Nah, I'm saying the sunroof.
Oh no, I'm good. Sunroof.
I don't know, man.
Some gray though. Ain't no sunroof though.
Oh, all right. I give you about 6 months, man.
Don't do that, man.
I'm just saying, bro. You out here
drinking? Died with a head full of hair, man. So I'm good.
I see your pop. He got his shit, but I think he kept that gene to himself. You heard? Yo,
my mom got hers. My granddaddy died without his hair.
Did you say your mom?
Yeah, they say you get it from your mom though. That's what they say.
Really?
You get your hair. Yeah, you get your hair.
Nah, hell nah.
Nah.
Tell you what they say.
I don't think you could sneeze, bro.
I'm good, dog.
If you sneeze, something come on. I'm telling you, you drinking that chloroform and shit like that. That shit, bro. I ain't convinced, man.
Chlorophyll?
I don't know. Plant blood.
Killed me like 4 times.
Wait.
That's a totally different
Yeah,
thing.
get your coconut water, man, for the day.
Salute
You know,
everybody.
hey, you know what's crazy? Motherfuckers don't know about coconut water. People say coconut water, they don't like it. But that's some of the best like hydration on the planet, bro. Natural hydration, bro.
Yeah, I agree. That coconut water. Before the fight was trying to hydrate. You get those. You ever get the IV in the
Yeah, the packet joints.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But you got to drink so much of the shit. Then you got to pee. You know what I'm saying? But the coconut water did. You could almost feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit hit you fast.
Yeah, that's what she said. DJ Smoke in the building. What's popping? D Majesty. What's good? E Dub. What's goody? Fish in the fit. Salute. Little Rock. What's popping? Thank you for all the support yesterday. He knows in the building. What's good, King? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hope everything's everything, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Deucey in the building. Homeboy in the building. Impress in the building. Putting in work as always. We appreciate it. The second was popping. Die. What's the word? Hope all is well. My brother and Sean in the building. Salute to the OGs in the building. TK was popping. TNB in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Mike Lowry was popping. Good to see you. Almond Eyes in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Leah was good, twin. Hope all is well. Men Babble is crazy. Marcus Brady, salute, salute, salute. Yeah, make sure I hit the like button. Mr. Villa in the building. I like it. Missy T in the building. Salute. Let's get it, man. Hit the like button, man. Share and subscribe. Share it to somebody who never seen this. Might be risky. Hopefully they lock in and become family, man. Harmonic, what's popping, kid? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Aaron Rand, Shalom. Tyson, what's the word? Let's get it, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Tiff in the building. What's popping? Good to see you. Hope all is well. I got Callie in the building. Torrance in the building. Salute, salute, salute. I'll make sure. I think I'm getting through pretty quickly. Miss Jilly, make sure y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat, please. Fifi, what's the word? Hope all is well. I think I got it. Good. Let me see. Ratchet City, what's good, champ? Good to see you. Hope everything's everything. DCT in the building. Mr. Williams in the building. Salute, salute. Miss Bell's in the building. Ronnie was popping. Hope all is well. TNB in the building. Starting off right with the $2 super chat. Get the lights up, man. Mr. Center of the World, we see you, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. Yo, man, let's get right into it, man. Carmelo Anthony. I covered it on Friday about the information that came out regarding the two boys' backgrounds, right? I covered both, at least I tried to the best of my ability in terms of messages, wanting to stab somebody, graffiti and nigger. You know, their backgrounds were finally came to light. It said it was a gentleman's agreement between the prosecutor and the defense to not introduce the boys' backgrounds. I simply explained that is commonplace, right? There's a whole lot of backdoor, and I don't want to use backdoor. It's just that's the ecosystem. You do something for me, I do something for you. I got this defendant, so you give me this for this one, I'll give you that for that one. I can get him to take this plea and etc. That is the ecosystem of, you know, how those attorneys and prosecutors work, you know. So I wasn't taken aback by that. We know that type of shit happens. And so it was in front of and so the judge also recused himself. He was also doing interviews, which is slightly out of the norm. And you know, so this was being heard, the retrial hearing was being heard by a new judge, right? So along with everything that happened previously, they also introduced the new information. In order to get the retrial, there's different qualifiers, right? So was he done a disservice, right? Was his representation viable? You know, were there mistakes in terms of procedural errors that would trigger the retrial? You know, it's not just as simple as new information. So now we're here, and I didn't see it, but it is true that he got denied, huh?
Yeah, I saw an article. Said he got denied.
Yep. Denied.
Damn, why you said it like that?
That's how it happened. And I think it was
No. Why you say like denied? Like why you was so
I think it's the best thing
celebratory?
for him, bro. I think it's the best thing for him, bro.
Really?
I think it's the best thing for him, bro. I think
Yeah.
I think the biggest travesty that happened to Carmelo Anthony is nobody around him gave him sound advice in this situation, right? It's like when the people told you know, certain things, man. If a murder charge, you killed somebody and there's a deal to be taken on until for sure you killed them. If they offer a deal or there's a bill to be had, you take the deal, right? And for what we understand, there was never even a deal that was approached, asked for a plea, right? We know you killed the boy, right? And you had several witnesses. So now, if you, in my opinion, you enter this information about a repeated knife and gun carrier, and he kept a weapon on him, repeated times of him having weapons on campus, and then him talking about wanting to stab someone and lick the blood off the knife. I think his ass, that motherfucking 35 years would have turned into 50 or better. Because even though the boys had racist stuff in their past, it was much when they were far younger. And at the end of the day, what's the relevance of that day? See, the everybody, you know, on the Carmelo side of the situation or whatever, or I told you they were racist. I told you, okay, cool, fine. They weren't racist that day. Or they didn't do anything racist that day. They didn't call nobody hard R. They didn't even use the gah. They didn't even say nigga. Okay? It was just, hey, what the fuck you doing up under the tent? And remember, these are black and white students. So now you add to the mix that this boy has repeated messages of carrying knives, want to stab people with knives, and then him stalking his girlfriend the morning of. I just think it would have been a harsher sentence.
Shot, what's your take?
If I'm being totally honest, Hamp, I haven't really been following the case. I think on purpose, just because I knew what would happen. He did stab somebody. I'm aware of all the context, the circumstances. If I'm being honest, I do still think I'm just looking at cases, you know, over time and these particular situations. I do think if the color of the people was different, it's possible the circumstance would be slightly different as well.
Okay.
But this particular situation, the 35 years felt crazy, but then somebody lost their life. So, you know, I'm not as well versed on how how sentencing works, but somebody lost their life. In a situation where somebody loses their life, somebody has to pay for it. I do think, personally, the trial, I think a lot of information was left. I think his lawyers were trash. That's my ignorant layman's opinion on it. So it's like it's hard to really. It seems like everything was done the way it was supposed to be done. I guess that's my final verdict.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my final verdict. It's unfortunate, but
I wonder if that's a true statement. Somebody lose their life, somebody got to pay.
Hell yeah.
Not a true statement, but
right. I'm saying that's what should happen. Does it always get applied? No. That's why I said if the circumstance was different, I don't know if it'll be the same. Because right, we don't see justice being administered in an equal way. But in this particular, if I'm focused on this particular case in a vacuum, then.
But hold on though. That I don't agree with that, because again, and this is why I get confused, because there are plenty of cases to where white people have killed black people, or white people kill white people, and they get the same sentence or worse. I just think we only focus on these cases when it's interracial cases. So I promise you, there are plenty of white men doing life sentences for killing somebody. I promise you, it's a white person that that you may have thought or whatever could have got something. He fought the charge. That's another thing too. You got to understand, right? You from Mississippi, Shaw, not Alabama. Shaw, remember the case in Alabama a few years back where the boy on an armed robbery with his homeboy? Homeboy got killed, so they charged him with a murder, and they offered him 20 years or something. Well, either way, right? A lot of people don't understand, like, when you're in the commission of a crime, if someone dies in that crime, they can charge you with that murder. A lot of times they do. So that's what happened. His dumb ass took it to trial. Hit his ass for 60 years, bro. And everybody was crying in the courtroom. Oh my God, it's unjust. It's this, it's that. It's unfair. It's racist. No, it's not fucking racist. He was stupid. I think we have a very, very low understanding of the legal system, and it's a lot of should and ought versus what is. I just saw a thing today about where a judge actually stopped being a judge in the case because mandatory sentences, to where a dude back in Cali had some petty crime or whatever, but because of the mandate at the time, he had to get his man a life sentence for something he said he should have got himself for 5 or 6 years. Now the judge, it was so disgusting to him that he quit it. You know what I'm saying? He quit being a judge, and then he started being an advocate for civil rights and and prison reform and things like that, right? But at the time, when the law is the law, this is why I think a lot of these emotions and things come in, and it just don't matter. When the law is written out and they say it's this, and this, from classifications, be it murder 1, murder 2, manslaughter, whatever, and then sentencing, and the possibility of, I just think that's where a lot of emotions come into it because people are ignorant of the process.
Yeah, I know. I am slightly ignorant. I think, man, one of my inflection points where I've always had low expectations for the justice system in general. Just seeing what happened over time. But I'll never forget watching the Trayvon Martin case, and I just couldn't understand for the life of me how dude got off. He literally was told not to bother the dude. He bothered him. He started a conflict, lost the conflict, and then was able to kill somebody. And he went home. I just couldn't understand. I was just thinking I could never see a black man seeing a white kid walking. Oh, he's suspicious, grabbing that white kid, getting into a tussle with the white kid, and then killing him. And then all the stuff that happened after that, I'm just like, like the with the Skittles and signing autographs. It was just like when I saw that, I was just like, that still stings when I think about it. So I know I'm biased, man. So I just be honest about that. I'm don't put me on a jury.
I think that's the actual what Mr. Fantastic articulated is the actual one of the key issues with plea bargain system though. Cause of course you're like, damn, he got 60, right? The other side of it is you can beat the case, right? You can be found not guilty and get 0. But oftentimes in order to fight a case effectively, you have to have money. And so what happens in these situations? Do you have thousands of dollars to pay a lawyer to fight the case? A lawyer that can actually fight it. So now you plea people out. Most often, those are people who don't have resources, who you can scare with large numbers. It's almost like how we talk about marriage and divorce. When we talk about the negatives of marriage, we start talking about divorce. We always focus on, the worst of the outcomes. We understand the nuances of the system and how it works and how plea bargains do the poor, the people without resources, much more of a disservice than people assess.
I had a thought, Hemp. Because I think we all agree, right? Just in general, if we remove the law for a second, we all agree, like, don't put your hands on people, don't bother people because you never know what the response may be. I think most humans feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I would say so.
So then I wonder, because they say jail is supposed to be a deterrent, right? And we're trying to train society to deal with each other in the right way. And I think sometimes if they would have gave him 5 years, that would have leaned more towards society saying, yeah, I get it, I get the kid thing and all that, but I'm saying don't bother people because this is what he still got time. You see what I'm saying? But in my mind, giving him 35 is kind of like it lessens the blow of saying, hey, don't be out here bothering people because anything can happen.
Well, no, I think the other side of that would be is reasonable though, bro. Come on, we gotta and this is I still don't understand this. I don't understand how we're making this argument. Shaw, you been in a fight before?
Yeah.
You done pushed a nigga before as a teenager?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think you should have died for that?
No.
So that's what we said. So that's what I'm saying. So realistic, right?
Before you continue, isn't that your question has a fallacy though? I think the question is, when Shad pushed somebody, was that person in the right to respond physically or violently? Right? Wouldn't that be more? No. That's more of a one.
Well, no, because yes, I'll say yes to your question, but then I guess the better question would be to what degree of violence is reasonable and acceptable in society, in a humane, logical, reasonable society which we all live in. And I think we can all say that we've been in physical altercations and fights, as we know men do, especially young boys do. Are we going to set the precedence to where it's okay that if you're touched, if you're pushed, now we can kill kids? That's the precedent here, bro. I think that was the deterrent. That was the reason for the harsh punishment. The reason for the harsh punishment is to deter children from responding to the ultimate response to something as to where you should use equal force and no one should die.
I guess my one of my main hangups with your. Go ahead.
No, are you speaking?
Because Miss Fantastic delineates kid, but you was smoking nigga in a road rage incident.
Yeah, if he's coming to my car, while I'm in my car and he's beating on my window or whatever, hey, what are we doing?
What if it's a kid beating on your window? What if it's a 17-year-old beating on your window?
Oh, you saying I wouldn't be able to tell the delineation? I wouldn't be able to
Hell
delineate what's
nah.
the name or whatnot. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, if it's the thing, right? Now, I'm not shooting through my window. I'm not hitting with the finesse 2 times. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But you open my door or whatever, yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it to you. I'm staying in my car for the most part.
Because the aggressor doesn't dictate your action.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm a grown man in full realization and whatever, and being in violent situations where I've actually had to, touch a firearm. Thank God I never had to shoot anyone, but I had to draw a firearm before. You feel me? So again, putting children in adult positions to make the ultimate decision of taking another person's life, bro, that was the deterrent. That is my thing. And again, I'm biased here because I have a 14-year-old son that started in fucking high school, and Lord forbid, I don't know what the fuck I would do if someone called me and told me my son was fucking murdered over a fight with a kid. He got his fists, and this kid decided to motherfucking stab him to death over that, which is something that I've done, you've done. I would say, hell, the majority of fucking young boys have done it time because boys fight. So the premise should be, hey, listen, I understand everybody keeps them hands to themselves, but you know the fallacy of that, HAMP? Who goes through their life and keeps their fucking hands through themselves?
But see, this
majority minority.
But this is
well,
hold on, answer my question first. So answer my question, then let's go from there.
Majority of people keep their hands to themselves.
You think the majority do?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, most people ain't.
How many? Hold on, HAMP. How many toddlers you got? Hold on, whoa. But HAMP, how many toddlers you got?
4.
Toddlers aren't stabbing jokers either.
No. It's not about stabbing.
How many?
It's about keeping hands to yourself. It's about.
I know, but my kids aren't.
Humans
taught
are
that.
selfish. What?
They're not taught that. If a person threatens you and they get in your physical space, give them hell. That's what they taught.
Yeah, but I'm saying amongst each other, loving in your household, HAMP. There have been fights.
Yeah, they be wrestling.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. And
I
even
know.
Not even.
I catch my drift because I hate when people do what I'm about to do. Right? You know, they make it like specific to them. My kids are taught the boxing, etc. You see, that's why it's almost like not commonplace. Like it's commonplace here because they always boxing, wrestling. You see me?
I got you.
But you're saying even if they weren't, they still do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, kids are going to fight because they have to learn to share and things like that. So what I'm saying is, the vast majority of people do not keep them hands to themselves. Just don't by nature.
Yeah.
Right? Is what I'm saying. So once you get past that, just saying something, right? Like, hey, do the speed limit. Do most people fucking do the speed limit? Does anybody never go 1 mile over? You see what I'm saying? So of course there are rules and things, but reality of the situation, this is why while being a realist, people look at me crazy, but this is my assessment of things. It's a good principle to go by, and of course you live by as much as you can, but eventually the rule's going to be broken because everybody breaks it because of human nature and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but this is why I brought up the Trayvon Martin case. I think it's a really good juxtaposition, which is why I say, like, because you use the word precedent, I'm glad you did, because these high profile cases in my mind do somewhat set a precedent. And then we have another case where we had an adult to accost a child, kill the child, and he goes home. But then you're saying on the flip side, there are 2 children, same situation. A kid get accosted, he kills the kid, he gets 35 years. You see what I'm saying? There's no consistency.
So the problem,
I know the difference in state statutes, but that's what
I'm
saying.
Not just state statutes, right? So not just state statutes. So that's what I'm saying. I think people forgot. Maybe you. I'm not saying whether you remember the knowledge of the case. So I'll just say this, right? So it's the evidence in the case. Zimmerman's injuries, his testimony, and a random witness who witnessed the same thing, all lined up. So when
he got his ass beat, right? He got his ass beat.
Yeah, but he didn't start the physical altercation. He approached him, and then what's the name swung on him
after being told not to.
Yeah, but Shad, a dispatcher has no authority or so on and so forth. That's a suggestion, right?
He wasn't even a cop. He was
a security guard for the area. That's why he was armed.
Not a cop.
Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. So
what do you mean security guard?
Wasn't he neighborhood
That's what
watch?
he was. He He
was
was
neighborhood
yes, he
watch.
was what was it? Was security guard, neighborhood
He
watch?
was a
What was it?
neighborhood watch with a
Neighborhood watch,
CCP.
yeah.
He wasn't like an Act 235 employee or anything.
Okay, my bad.
I don't
Okay,
think that's what
He
I heard. It
lived in a
was
neighborhood.
I could
And
have it wrong.
he had the hammer on him. That's it.
that's it. Yeah,
That's
he was a
it.
Okay,
watchdog with a
yeah.
distributor.
Hey, look,
So
they
he
said he was self-appointed. He was a self-appointed coordinator of an informal neighborhood watch program.
okay, cool. So or citizen to citizen,
A
right?
nigga with
so
a gun.
random citizen, yeah, random or fucking Mexican, a Mexican with a fucking gun, asking, hey, what you doing around here, so on and so forth. He approaches him, talks to him or whatever, follows him around. Trayvon gets offended or gets worried or whatever, so he confronts him. They get into a physical altercation. He ends up mounting him. He's on top of him, beating him, right? Which is his injury support and the witness supports and sees it. So in the case of him, because he can't fight, because he a pussy and he got a gun on him, he felt like he was gonna lose his life. He shot him. That's the law. I'm sorry.
Why get close enough to get your shit rocked? Like why was he in his personal space? That's my question.
I have no idea, Aaron. Like I said, he was advised not to follow. He's advised not to do these things. We don't know the details as to like if he followed him close enough. And Trayvon, I think according to him, he said Trayvon eventually got mad, turned around, and started approaching him. So he's saying that, and again, this is what he's saying. He's saying Trayvon closed the distance on him, and not he walled to Trayvon and so on and so forth after the whole thing or whatever. He just followed him around while he was on the phone, waiting for the police to get there or some shit.
Like fucking Inspector Gadget and shit. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but like I said, but that's the thing, and like I said, it's taking the feelings and emotions out of it into the details of the case. You have injuries that you can see. You have the surviving person's testimony, and then unfortunately, I guess you had a random witness that's looking out the window to see the same thing that happened. They described.
You follow me around, I'm putting my license plate through your radiator, man. You can't like follow jokers around.
It's just no consistency, man. That's the part. That's why I say for me, it's just
And that's the thing is like this all stemmed from this idea that court cases set a level of precedence or
Right.
supposed to be a deterrent for behavior. But if we
Right.
start looking at specific court cases or high profile court cases, you won't see any consistency behind it, which is the problem. So even mentioning the notion of that being the purpose for why Carmelo Anthony got 35 years doesn't make sense, because there's plenty of cases like the Cypress, what's the kid in South Carolina? What's the president's there? Asian people can shoot black people if they think they stole, but they didn't, and he got a gun that he couldn't turn around and shoot, and it's okay because there's black people on the jury. Like, what's the you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
no,
there's
it's
just
well, it's not. It's well, that's what I'm saying. I think
it's a flawed system, and because
I
it's
don't know
a
if you
flawed
say well, every
system,
system is flawed. No system is perfect.
I never.
But so
yeah,
hold up.
nobody-
So I guess my question to you: do you think so? Are you saying that the majority of cases are wrong? You think the outcome is wrong? The wrong outcome?
No, I didn't say any of that. What I said was.
Well,
trying to
that's
put
what
a-
I'm asking. I'm asking.
No,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I
yeah.
asked.
What-
I asked a statement. So would you do you feel or do you think that the majority of the cases have the wrong outcome?
No, but because the inconsistency of cases, like just across the board, you don't know that they're not all the same. There's different. There's different
Exactly though.
evidence.
But hold on, you just said it. I
It-
don't think you can say it's inconsistency when every individual situation,
That
every
would-
murder
that
is
would
not
be-
the same. That's
right,
not an
that would mean
inconsistency.
that would mean that there's no consistent. There's not the same thing.
It can't
It's
be
not a
consistent
constant.
if all. It can't be consistent if all of the
Right,
scenarios and the
but
things are
that's
not the same.
That's exactly my point. If
That wouldn't
if
be
there's no
inconsistent though. That would be hold on. I'm trying to find the word. That wouldn't be inconsistent. That would be circumstantial. You're not using the right word.
but inconsistent in circumstance. Anyway, regardless of the point,
Those aren't the same
regardless
thing.
of the
though.
wording. That's fine.
But that matters. That matters a lot. We're talking
that's
law
fine,
here.
that's
Hold
fine. I
up.
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
We're
That's
speaking
fine.
law.
That's fine. I'll change the wording. Like either way it goes. What I'm saying is because there's different elements to every case. Trying to extrapolate one thing from a separate case or one thing from a particular case and say that's what this thing is trying to do. And if we find a similar case, we can say, well, that's not necessarily the case, or that's not necessarily the same. I guess moral of the story is the reason why I'd be so hesitant to say, well, this is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, so even with Zimmerman, right? That the gun changes his disposition as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an assumption of an advantage too. You know, it really don't make sense the outcome of that case. I wanted to hear this. Let me know if we belaboring it though, and we cannot hear this, but I can't quite remember the call full on. But it's just like, how the fuck
She told him don't follow him. She literally said don't follow him.
And she is not an officer, right? So she can't give directive, only a recommendation technically, right? So
Right.
him not adhering to it doesn't put him outside of any guidelines. You see, because she can't give him a command. And so that's the thing, Shad. That's how court works though. Like court
I
works
know.
like kind of what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's flawed. It's flawed as hell. It's
so
flawed as hell.
let me see.
That's why I framed the question the way I framed it. Where I'm saying that we was trying to set precedent and deter people from bothering people. Giving him 35 years, in my estimation, doesn't do that. But if you give him 5, you see what I mean? It's like it's like us as a society trying to get to this perfect justice system, which we know we'll never get to.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you can't be out bothering people. This is what could potentially happen. You could lose your life.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about the woman having authority, and I agree with you. But wouldn't the court place some sort of weight on it because she is a liaison to the cops? When she gives the cops a sit rep, she's going to say the advice given was this and so. So the cops kind of have a preloaded supposition going into the thing that he was at least told this, so we should at least be seeing this.
100%.
And he's opposing. Okay.
100%. I 100% agree. I'm simply saying like the assessment of the knife that Carmelo had, right?
Yeah.
Per the law, he was within his rights to have that weapon. You know, but people will scrutinize it like, why you have a weapon at a school event, this, that, and the third. But lawfully, he could have that weapon. You know, so lawfully, George Zimmerman was within his rights. You know what I mean? Like that's all I'm trying to convey. You know, like lawfully, he could approach. That's his neighbor. Like he wasn't doing anything, quote unquote, wrong for confronting a stranger in the neighborhood. Like there's no law against that.
Irresponsible and illegal are two different things.
Yeah, you know. So technically he didn't commit a crime. Say, hey, what you doing here, right? People call the law on suspicious people all the time.
Right.
You know. And that's what I'm saying. They're looking at it based on the black and white, although you get people exonerated in the gray.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so it's just
that's crazy.
Like, you know.
But within the 4 corners, he is good to go.
Yeah.
4 corners. Yeah. Okay.
So it just is interesting. I mean, we could play the call, but I don't really need to. As we just kind of comparing them. But damn, so what's next? I didn't look at the Carmelo. So he got denied. And I think in this case, it automatically triggers this hearing, right? If I'm not mistaken, it seems like it was expedited, but I think depending on what you get convicted of, I think it triggers like an automatic, you know, like kind of like a debrief on it, or you know what we saw here. So I wonder if there's another follow up for it,
like an appellate hearing.
No, it's something like you get a, and this may be case centric or case and state centric, but it's like you get convicted of X. They automatically start the appeal process.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen that happen a couple times in Connecticut, so maybe it's just Connecticut, you know?
So something before the appellate hearing, something to like initiate that, and then you have the appellate hearing.
Yeah, something to that effect, right? But I could be wrong, just thinking about it. But damn, man. It's a fantastic set based on new information. It's the best thing for him. Aaron, what's your final thought on that?
I said, but I'm kind of with shot on this one, man. Like, you know, somebody's life was lost and the boy has to go away. 35 years, it's a bit long, but you know, I'm just trying to figure out the guy that lost his life was the initial aggressor. Zimmerman was the initial aggressor. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? Yep. But at the end of the day, he's sitting for 35. The other guy is sitting forever. So,
yeah. Cheat.
I don't know. I think the whole thing was odd. They didn't allow for a public case to be as public as it was, and not allow any type of visuals inside. Not to do the whole character thing. I think this still should have happened, right? Because again, having the care, I think the character part of it should have been involved. Maybe would have got more or less, whatever the case. But I think all this shit should have been done from the very beginning. Um, and maybe their lawyer thought it wouldn't be best for them to do that. But just generally speaking, man, he killed the kid. I don't think the kid should have died. Although I think the kid is a piece of shit. Based off of my understanding of the history and whatnot, him and his brother pieces of shit, little pieces of shit. I don't feel bad for him dying, but I don't think it was right. And like I've been saying from beforehand, you get in a fight and you kill a kid, you got to do time. Like there's no way around that shit. You got to do some time, especially if it wasn't necessary, and I don't think it was.
Yeah. Shaw, anything else on that?
Just saying what Aaron said, man. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate all the way around. I just think when we're talking about precedent, again, these high profile cases, I do think have an impact on law, how law is written up, how law is practiced. So again, if we're trying to deter people from bothering, accosting, bullying, whatever, I just think 35 years really kind of lessens the impact. It kind of does the everyone is at fault thing, which again, like y'all said, a person lost their life, so Carmelo should be punished for it. 35 years just seems, I don't know, that's a whole lifetime. So
yeah, that's fantastic. Anything else?
Yeah, man. Like I said, bro, he'll be eligible for parole in 17 and a half years, 18 years. Hopefully he stays on the straight and narrow. But I think he needs somebody in his corner, bro, to finally tell him, like, hey, man, with the new information, it's just more likely for him to get a much harsher sentence than a lesser one. And I think I think our assessment of his defense not doing a great job has to definitely be retracted, because them keeping this out was the best thing for him. Them keeping this information and saying, hey, well, if you guys talk about, them being pieces of shit and whatever, so on and so forth, we're going to bring up his history. I really think at the end of the day, he was going to find a guilty verdict regardless. And as much as you're saying 35 years is a lot, it could have been 99. So being at 35 is less than 99. Okay, less than half of 99. And then too, like I said, none of this information was given, so they didn't even think about a harsher sentence, and he's eligible for parole at the time, bro. Hey, it is what it is.
You on mute, Hemp?
Yeah, no, I 100% understand you guys' sentiments. It was interesting to see how these procedures work, and I hope people really dig a little deeper to understand, like, these things are much more procedural than they show us on Law and Order. They're much less salacious than what we see. A lot of it is boring. A lot of the questioning is redundant because they need to establish certain things, So even in the Fauci hearing, right, they know he's going to say it, but they're still establishing something at the very least in people's head, So that's not uncommon where you get someone to plead the fifth several times in a circumstance. So it's interesting. I hope people are learning as they see. Yeah, it's not like, this show, so to speak. TNBN with the $2. We appreciate you once again. My brother Willie Beeman in the building with the $5. Says shout out to the panel, channel, and host. Salute. This might be risky. What up, champ? What's good, my G? Good to see you and all that. Fifi in the building with the $5. Says Alec Adamson in Texas. White kid who shot a black kid that was running away. He got charged with aggravated assault and got a 4-year sentence. Yeah. You'll be able to pull a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of shit going on these cases. Willie Beeman with the $5 says, fantastic. Let me get that chain. Gold is up. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Help us meet our goals. Hit the like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Left me, she deserves more than half, brother. That's my woman, brother. If my woman left me, she deserves more than half, brother. That's my woman, brother. If my woman left me, she deserves more than half, brother. That's my woman.
Shout out to everybody that's dope at editing, man. Oh man, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
So Relly and I talked about it yesterday. I said I gotta get the brother's take on it, man. So as you know, she showed up on the internet with a black eye. She wrote a whole letter, stating why she was leaving, etc. She mentioned upwards of 8 years she was experiencing a level of this trauma, so to speak. She made several videos. She even popped up with a GoFundMe that interests me. Uh, a day or so after. Now he's saying all this. They seem to be living a lavish life, and yet the day after she announces she's leaving, she has a GoFundMe. And people were saying he's a dwarf or a small guy or whatever the case is. Seemed like he also released a video that showed him somewhere. I think maybe Africa. In the same time frame of her releasing this video. Which I think, man, he would be considered a panderer. If she leaves me, she's supposed to get more than half. You're supposed to give your wife $250,000 cash. You guys heard all this stuff. What's your take, man?
Yeah. What's with the GoFundMe? If he's paying her $250,000 a year to live in the home and then is getting her a $250,000 bonus to have a baby, I believe they have 2 babies and been together for 2 years. So that's $1 million right there. And then he's saying that any woman that leaves him gets half of what he's got. So unless he's got more in a bag of chips, I mean, she should be okay. What's with the GoFundMe? And I hear that it was like $8,000 or something like that on the. She's trying to raise $8,000 or something like crazy like that. Where's all this money? And you know what I think it is? I think he's just spouting that shit because he's preemptively apologetic for being an asshole. I think he's compensating all that rhetoric that he was spouting. It was bullshit. I think he's trying to pay off. You know what I mean? Like he's compensating for just being a lousy individual. You know what I mean? And so let me just throw all this money at her, and that's the way I'm going to show her I love her because I'm going to give her $250,000 a year and $250,000 every time she blinks. Yeah, well, every time she blinks, you bopping her. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. I just think we got to start setting parameters for these terms, right? Because they put the jacket on me, Sean. I don't think Cheeky too, and I'm like, I've never heard either one of us ever say anything close to the thing that dude said. So we got to start making sure we use these terms appropriately. It's just like that's the extreme. I've only saw him like listen to him one time. He had a debate on somebody's channel, and they was kind of talking. I was listening to him. I don't know. It sounded like he was pandering. I kind of have the same sentiments for the other side of the extreme. When you see people with these very extreme ideas around relationships in the world, it's something under the hood that needs to be checked. So we checked under his hood, and he's a beater. I think he had allegations for doing this in the past too, right? He been beating on women. Yeah. So this isn't new. So I guess the first time, somebody gets revealed, shout out to what's her name? What's the lady with the deep voice? I'm tripping right now. Maya Angelou. Yeah, she say when they show you who they are the first time, believe them. So
lady with the deep voice.
I couldn't think of her name, man. Shout out to Maya, man. Yeah.
What you think, Miss Fantastic?
You on mute, man.
My bad. I thought I clicked the button, but it didn't click, brother. Chill out, brother. Chill out. Motherfuckers feel like they the professionals now. Anyway, listen, ladies, get you a BABG, baby. Leave these little Federation niggas alone. All right. If this man gotta buy you, baby, if he gotta buy you, he got the right to try you. You hear me? All right. If this man gotta buy you, you give him the right to try you. And these little niggas will put your head between the washer and dryer. Okay? Floyd Mayweather, anyone. Tank Davis, anyone. All these little niggas, okay? Not all. Okay, not all. But listen, if that man wants you, it's just so much rhetoric, bro. But women don't care. And again, I'm gonna be the bad guy. I have no sympathy for that woman. None. No sympathy for her because as long as it served her, she stayed. And we know, even though she was not giving this woman any amount of money that she's claiming, and so on and so forth, whatever, $100,000, $1,000,000 bullshit. Still, when it benefited her, bro, she stayed. And now when she finally got tired of it, she left. This is why, again, my philosophy on domestic violence stands. Okay, and it's proof positive. If she can leave eventually, she can leave initially. Any woman that stays past the first time a nigga put hands on her, bro, no sympathy, none whatsoever.
Go ahead, Sean.
The no sympathy part is interesting. I mean, like I told you, I can relate to this personally. So the no sympathy part is interesting because you do understand the nuances of relationships. I mean, it just, to me, it's kind of dismissive to say,
hold on, Sean.
If a person doesn't leave.
Black Dawn donated $20 through Super Chat. How much to drop, Mr. Fantastic? We are not taking little ninja slander today. Pouting face emoji.
He said, "Mr. Not Fantastic." That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I feel you ultimately. I guess it's always gonna be some nuance. It's context of situation, Miss Fantastic. So this particular situation, I don't know how long they was together. I don't know if he put his hands on her. I guess you're saying she
8 years. She said they were together 8 years.
Oh, okay. So I know you're saying she supported the grift. She was around when he was going around doing all this foolishness, so she knew who he was. So if we talking about this particular case, I guess I understand. But just in general, I mean, the same way we talked about with the cases is circumstantial, where what you say, sympathy can be applied or should be applied.
No, I'd agree there. I would say it is going to be some situations as to where, or whatever. But for the most part, though, the vast majority of parts, bro, no, women are staying. And my thing is, I don't understand how women don't understand a dangerous man, right? To me, right? That's like for me. And a lot of men have picked this up and understand. A bitch called the police on me, man. We're done. We're cooked. That's it. It's over with. Because you know what I'm saying? You put my life in danger. Especially if you're lying on me and you're telling them that I'm being abusive or so on and so forth. Police come into the fucking situation. They're already, on high alert because there's a man, being violent towards a woman. I could lose my life. I could lose, my career, my rights, all these different things. So, yeah, man, it's just, I just think if we were more accountable towards ourselves. And like you said, the Maya Angelou quote, once a person shows you who they are, believe them. If a nigga go upside your head, baby, and we talking fists, feet, elbows, and knees, baby. If a man strikes you, a man grabbing you is one thing. I'm not advocating for that either, but a man grab you or restraining you because you wilding on him, cool, fine. But if a man just gets angry and you haven't, put hands on him, even if you say the wildest, craziest shit to him, right? He motherfucking goes upside your head and black your eye, baby. Hey, it's in him. I ain't on him.
Yeah, man. What you think, man? You think you can just, you think the women in these particular situations, is it easy to leave? What do you think makes it so difficult?
In this situation, what she feel like is a benefit. And HAMP, I told you, man, all women don't believe in all money ain't good money. That's how a lot of these women get caught up in these situations, the quote unquote whole provider thing or whatever, the tricking niggas or so on and so forth. Women will let men pay their way, out of whatever. That's the situation. If she has so much of a financial benefit and her life is easier or what she desires, even all the women that deal with the that eventually leave the celebrity guys. Oh, he was just cheating so much and he was just this, he was just that. Bitch, I ain't got no sympathy for you. Even in non-violent situations, you stayed because it benefited you. So because you had the lifestyle you wanted, you got the trips, you got the bags, you got the things and so on and so forth until you couldn't take it no more. Again, that's just how women are, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is when I hear you say that, I can't shake the fact. Something about this just feels like it's a charade. Like they're just trading microphones. You know what I mean? Like he opens the door, he's a super simp snake with the sucker shit. And now they're like, all right, your turn. Now she's the wounded woman went wild, weaponizing her woes. You know what I mean? But they're still going to capture money, make salacious content and make money off of it. I just wonder, are they like sitting somewhere having a Mai Tai right now, looking at YouTube, seeing what we're saying about them? You know what I mean? Like, is this a setup?
Yeah, I've heard that speculation. But I'm specifically asking, right? And say, yo, if she don't get up out of there upon the first time, right? it becomes physical, it's on her. Like, is it that simple?
They say it isn't. I don't see how it isn't, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I can't. I got to go with what I'm told. They say it isn't a lot of the times. Most of the time, it's not.
Do you think it's because we're operating from a mindset of never even thinking that a motherfucker could just accost you,
That's
let
what it
alone
right.
just beat you up every other day? Like,
Well,
That's
no,
my
for
whole
him,
back.
that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Like him, if a random nigga hit me one time, him again, we can't. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do as men, and we can't be around each other no more after that. You feel me? If it's just random out of the blue, I don't or whatever for no reason, no justified reason, you just hook off on me. It's smoke. It's problems. Now however it comes out, it comes out. But I think from that point, being unprovoked, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be like problems for forever. So again, I don't give women. My bad. Go ahead.
well, no, I was just saying, like, I think that there's several things happening, right? These are arguments amongst two people, right? That we all have had, or whatever the case is. It's just that it gets physical. You see, right? So it escalates to the physicality aspect, which most men refrain from, right? But it gets there. You know, what is the equivalency on the other side? Because they are not violently threatening. They are not physically threatening to us. But what is the equivalency on the
You
other
got to be
side that
verbal.
men don't walk out though?
It's the verbal.
But that's what I'm saying. You see, I want us to see if we can see it. Cause you're saying, yo, he
No,
hit
I can
her.
see it.
Bad
Yeah, no, I can
behavior
see it.
on in that
But
ass though.
Yeah,
that's
because
what I'm
what's
saying.
the
Hell, I can
behavior
see
that
it.
we take that we should leave for
It's
that was
it's the
that's
verbal.
equivalent to this?
Shooting off at the mouth like
It's
it's a 50
literally the
caliber
verbal.
weapon.
Yeah, like I said, either the verbal disrespect or her calling the police, getting the police involved with someone putting your life in danger. So yeah, that's what I would say. That would be the equivalent. Because
Yeah.
or like we saying, even though we saying that, or if a woman puts her hands on you, if a woman puts her hands on you, you should leave also. No, like I said, this goes back to I guess our first segment,
No,
and especially in a
what I'm asking though, give me the one though. That cause see, men cause think about it. We saying, yo, he hit you, you should leave. If you don't, it's his fault. It's your fault, right?
It's verbal.
But okay, so if verbal is the equivalency, men take that shit, right? We exclaim
Yeah,
about it, complain about it day in and day out, and don't leave. You see? So what I'm
exactly.
simply asking is if the why we can converse about that, then I think there's substance to converse about why she don't just leave either.
yeah. So no,
Agreed. And there
I wouldn't
is.
I wouldn't agree with the verbal. Then, like I said, we all say some wild shit, right? Now I guess
No,
there's a level
Yeah,
you can
nah,
take it.
no, we
women,
do not. And
Well,
women are
no, we
so it goes back to him. This is why I say it's the one on one, because just like there is this idea of, oh, we all do some wild shit. If that, I feel like the people that are victims of domestic violence tend to find another, because that's what fantastic, based off a fantastic idea and statement from the last show, which is niggas that beat women always got a woman to beat, right? I think there's more correlation between the woman in that situation, because that may be something she's accustomed to, just like accepting that, well, when men get mad and I'm willing to be verbal, this is kind of the outcome, and they're willing to accept it, and vice versa, right? Like, I think that a lot of men accept that women are verbally abusive and they stay in verbally abusive relationships. The only difference is we'll find a way to justify that level of abuse, because we're going, well, everybody said something. In the same way we just justified it, I'm sure women very similarly will justify whatever behavior is unbecoming and totally unacceptable. No, not everybody says wild shit. I've never seen no wild shit in my life, period. Like, I will be honest, but I ain't never use none against them. No, that's not even how I go. So wild shit don't come out of my mouth, because I'm respectful. And very, very one instance of wild shit has been said to me, and that relationship didn't last long at all. Very shortly after that, it was over.
yeah,
So it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you keep normalizing some shit, or you keep thinking this is just the regular behavior of men, because that is how women think men are, just these abusive and then every man got to be like, why you think that just because that happened, you keep normalizing shit, you start speaking to the mentality.
Well, no, I think like I said, Richie, I think your experience or your situation alludes to it, right? I think most men, they don't leave eventually, but a woman that's crazy at the mouth, niggas usually get up out of there unless they're like married, right? Then you're cooked, right? But for the most part, if a woman is extremely disrespectful to a man and talking to him all kind of crazy, that shit usually don't last, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's why for me, it will be the
Wait,
one
wait,
to
hold
one.
on,
That's
hold
the
on.
physical
Wait.
abuse.
I'm
Physical
not
abuse should be the
sure.
one to
Listen to
one.
It's
what you just said.
fantastic. All the
They usually
women,
don't last, and then the people that get beat usually don't last either. They leave.
yeah, every woman that got a mouth got a man to talk shit to.
And that ass though.
Yo,
Yeah, true.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Every woman with verbal abuse got a nigga to be
yeah,
verbally
real
abused.
shit though.
Verbal
Think about
abuse
it,
is true.
son. Look, think about it, right? Just the unbecoming behavior, even the approach, right? The caucasity that the women even speak with, right? Yo,
They met. She was on the
they all
bullshit.
got niggas.
Yeah.
They all got men.
But I mean, men like abuse because that was the conclusion of the last show.
No, they
Men
just
love
tolerate
abuse,
it.
just like
They don't like it.
Motherfuckers
They-
like pussy.
What?
Motherfuckers put up with whatever for
No,
pussy.
see,
bro.
That one.
but hold on, wait. But we see how the justification comes so quickly whenever men are the abusers, just because it's not quote unquote seen as equally bad, and the real signs behind it is verbal and physical abuse is actually seen to be equally bad.
Yeah, they
If you
are.
do the if you look this up, there's what was it, NHNI, Shy, you would probably know NIH government, that shit.
NIH
They
studies,
did it.
whatever. Yeah.
Yes, they did
Oh,
a study, and I did it myself because of course I've been streaming from it or stream that it's equally bad.
Yeah.
It has the negative effects are both bad. But what we'll do is we'll make some level of justification and go, well, niggas want pussy. Okay, well, the same thing. What if he's a beater with great dick? Now, we're not gonna hear
Pause.
that from a woman. We're not gonna hear that from a woman and go, well, that makes sense why you stayed. We shouldn't hear from men and go, well, that makes sense why you stayed. Unless we're gonna do the exact same, unless we do the exact same thing, which is men love women who are abusive because every woman that is verbally abusive to a man always got a man to be verbally abusive too. These talking points go one to one.
No, I don't think we're saying that it makes sense. I think we're just identifying it. We're just saying it is what it is. This is the reason why these niggas are doing this. It doesn't make sense to me, at least personally.
But Aaron, there's a difference between saying from you just making an analysis and then making a statement that is highly not only highly controversial but just really, and I don't know what you want. I need to find a word for it because there is a word, but there's a difference between the two. We if we take the words of Fantastic in his standpoint, his very strong standpoint against or about women that stay in abusive relationships, it's literally the same mentality we should have for men. But the problem is that mentality doesn't carry it over because for whatever reason, well, obviously we're men. Not all of us are biased. Shout out to me and Shad and Sean. Less biased. Let me say less biased, not no bias, but less biased than others. Shout out to me, Shad and Sean. And then you got people that are very biased. Fantastic. Who will make these super
I'm not biased. I'm just real. I'm a realist.
whatever it is, and then we'll go, well, you know what? This
I'm
shit
a
applies
realist.
to me too. And then the moment we say it applies to men, no, it ain't the same. Pussy. And it's like, wait a minute. Why do you
It's
have
not.
an excuse
I'm sorry.
for
I'm sorry.
abuse?
I'm sorry,
Excuse
Cheeky.
for abuse.
I'm sorry, Cheeky. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'll be honest.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
yeah, I'm a realist, bro. It's not biased, and like I said, I see what you guys are saying, but and Chica, I'm aware of the study you're talking about too, but there's also studies that say something different when it comes to physical versus what's not. At the end of the day, bro, right?
This
Were they
Fantastic, you
from
not
the
biased?
national-
You not
were they
biased, Miss
from the
Fantastic?
I'm not biased. I'm a
national-
realist. I'm a realist, bro. I keep telling y'all that I'm not biased. I just use facts,
He
data,
biased.
statistics, analysis. I just look, brother. I just call life how life really is, man. I call life how life really is. Like now, what Cheeky said was this, right? At the end of the day, if a man even told you he was getting beat by his old lady, what would you say? Dumbass nigga,
Leave.
why you stay? Why you stay? Exactly, dumbass nigga, why you stay? She been beating you for 4 years, stupid nigga. Why would you stay in a situation that long, right? Again, even the approach from a societal standpoint and social standpoint is different from men. That's why I'm saying it's not the same for it be verbal to physical, right? That's why
What
for
does that
me it
have
would
to
be
do
physical
with-
to physical.
Why
But that's what I'm saying. It would be
No.
it would be physical to physical because again, you
But-
know. Go ahead.
I think, Cheeky, I'm on your
Your
side.
analysis. your analysis in response to the reality of a situation is not considering those aspects of socially acceptable or staying in a relationship to keep it alive or whatever or survive. Like so there's other social nuances things too when it comes to men and women abuse relationships that you don't or haven't considered or you didn't consider when making the statement. But now you're saying we need to consider the social viewpoint and standpoint when it comes to men receiving it from women. Those things, there's both of those things still exist for men and women. Whether or not you
Yeah,
want to
but
acknowledge it is not
no,
is not
I
the
mean, no.
effect
Just
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that the standard for one is never even agreed to be the same as the other by social standards or by legal standards or whatever. You can't get a domestic violence charge for calling a woman a bitch or a hoe or a slut or whatever, right? A man can get a domestic violence charge and a whole bunch of shit for just even the accusation of physically abusing a woman, not to mention him actually doing it, right? So what I'm saying, hold,
That makes the verbal
you
shit
can't.
more dangerous.
No, it doesn't. It
No,
doesn't make it more
no.
dangerous.
Can you repeat that
There
last
are
part?
actual consequences. So I'm saying there are no charges for verbal abuse, right?
Okay, yeah.
There are no charges
Yeah.
for verbal abuse.
Wait, there is.
And
I think there is actually, but
no,
that's besides the point. That's
I mean, you were getting the hate
well,
speech and all
no,
that kind of thing, but
well,
like
no. Hate speech isn't that wouldn't be a thing.
you have to go there. But
There's
that makes it
never.
more
You would have to
dangerous.
you have to show me a case to where a person was charged in an intimate relationship or whatever for that don't exist, Cheeky, in any of the 50 states of the United States of America and Puerto Rico.
The fact that it's not, you can't, it's like you can't get charged. Doesn't that make it more dangerous? Because then it
No.
is allowed to be left to go unchecked.
Well, no.
And
What? No.
go into
No.
dark places that motherfuckers end up jumping off the bridge, not getting pushed off the bridge.
Yeah. Well. That's what I'm saying. So, Aaron, I'm challenging this. What I'm saying, right? So, society doesn't see it as enough of a harm or as enough of a threat to make it a chargeable crime. Make it a crime, right? So, what I'm saying is this. And two, Cheeky, this is why I say I understand what the study is saying, but for the most part, and outside of shout out to Aaron to his situation, he said as to where you encourage someone or you force someone to do a self deletion from your words and repeated abuse, but that's very very
okay.
seldom.
I'm gonna say
right?
I'm looking at and
But that's extremely seldom, Cheeky. Most self harm situations are self inflicted and not because of or encouraged by another person. It is a person.
It's more so the verbal thing that I was talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
but that even in the cases of that's an extremely small circumstance. Is what I'm saying.
But just to clarify,
Yeah, it can be. So to your point, you are
can be
correct.
charged.
Even if it doesn't go that far,
But you got that's but
no, you can be led to just crashing out or just fucking up your life, right? Because that's like saying physical abuse leading to deletion, right? No, it doesn't have to go that far. It's just a black eye. Verbally, there's an equivalence to that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But like you do dumb shit, you crash out.
But it's trackable things and data that supports a lot more women, seeing their demise from actual physical abuse.
Right, because it's measurable, right? Because you can take a picture of it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you can't say that it's the same thing. I don't think a woman getting her head kicked in or getting her teeth knocked out is the same as a woman calling a man a bitch ass nigga.
No, you would have to level it up. But like a woman constantly berating a man I don't think you underestimate the power of words, man.
And that's why I say though, but I understand the power of words.
Like a woman,
Aaron, you've seen me employ them quite often, right?
Yeah, so you gotta know women.
Aaron, this is what I'm saying though, right? And we're talking about a first case scenario where you leave the situation. So that's what maybe I didn't make that clear when I'm thinking on it, right? So clearly, if a man puts hands on a woman physically where he's physically abusing her and beating her, especially punching her in the face or something like that, that is a sign to that man is willing to take that woman's life. Okay, that woman should leave instantly upon that moment. She should not stay another day.
That's no bueno.
If a woman calls me a bitch ass nigga, right now, as egregious as it may be, right, it depends.
No, it doesn't depend on anything. Because if you're willing to disrespect me to that level, I don't know what the fuck you liable to do behind my back. You liable to get into some breezy shit.
Well,
and just
have my fingers smashed against the ceiling.
Yeah, just because you hit somebody doesn't mean you're willing to take their life either.
if a man is willing to punch a fucking woman in the face, Jiggy, again, all intents and purposes.
That doesn't mean that he's willing to take his life.
Well, no, but when you compare that to domestic violence cases or physical abuse, it would align with that eventual or possible outcome of a man that's willing to create fucking enough bodily harm to a woman to where her eyes blacked or whatever, so on and so forth.
My point is,
see, now we doing the lawyer shit.
Well,
okay. This
is
the part where
here's my point.
Damn, it's a delay. My fault.
Do I have a delay?
No, it ain't you. I think it's cheating.
I have a delay. Go ahead. My bad.
My point is we're like, hey, there's no sympathy because she's supposed to leave automatically. There are several behaviors that men take on the chin, no pause, that we all say, hey, just leave, but you don't see people leaving. Right? And so I don't like the trope of the physical is so much worse than being verbally abused. Because then people think it enables people to act that way. There is oftentimes a correlation between these things. Most altercations start with somebody talking shit first. Right? I'm saying just generally speaking. But this is like when we play sports. I push somebody, he pushed me back, he get in trouble. Because the ref turned around just in time. That's why I don't want to downplay the verbal shit, because, right, we ain't leaving. And also, there's catalysts to a lot. Now, do these men who beat up women need a catalyst? I don't think they all do. Right? I would say the majority, if that's in his head, that's in his head already. But to downplay either side, I think, and then just say people should run out when we ain't running out, I don't think is coherent fully.
Yeah.
So
war starts with a declaration.
I don't know. I just think the leaving part is easier said than done.
I agree. For sure. Especially when children are involved.
Oh shit. Now Niggas
that say this, shot. They say, what happened? Yo, she called me a bitch. I'm like, why you ain't leave? Cause she ain't call me a bitch ass nigga.
Gotta add the A-N, man, and bring it full circle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people's minds work. Cause of the kids, cause of the love, cause of the this, cause of the that, because they had good times at one point. Oh, he just punched me in the stomach. Only one of my eyes is black, not both. You know?
I know you don't like this, him, because you think the Greeks came up with it, but also, we struggle with boundaries, man. We don't really have, for the way people treat us, we let people treat us in a way, maybe because we treat ourselves anyway. So, like, having boundaries with people we care about is very difficult for most people.
No, the 5% has been telling us that up north for a long time. Stay on your dean.
I wasn't sure. Okay, cool.
You stay on your dean no matter what.
I gotta be careful, man. I gotta be bringing the Greek therapy terms. I gotta switch them up for our people. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man. Fuck them, man. We've been doing this.
That's a part of it too, man. People don't have strong boundaries on how they deal with their constitutions for themselves, and then people can, like y'all said, the sex good. If the dude providing for you, all these different factors, people will allow themselves to be subjected to certain types of treatment because they want to maintain whatever normalcy is, even if it don't benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of that is why you get where we are now in society, particularly like my demographic. Everybody's jaded and bitter because most of their life they didn't have boundaries, so people was able to do what they want to with them, and now it's everybody else's fault. Now it's now all men bad, now all women bad because you didn't know how to manage your relation. So
yeah, real shit, man.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ Ham the Stampede. DJ Ham the Stampede.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Oh, shit. So, all right. Damn, hold on, I got to switch my battery. Anything else?
Right, man.
Yeah, man. Anything else on the Yada shit?
Battery.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Cheeky, you gave me the link. I don't never have to switch my battery, man.
I know, and
talk
that's
to the
like
OG, man.
I sent him the link. Everything I sent you, he's had
I
for
never have to
years
check
at
my
this
battery.
point. This nigga just don't want to do it. Okay, fine then. Keep switching your battery. It is what it is.
Break, cuz.
You know what the Bible say? The Israelites are hard-headed people, bro. You know what I'm saying? He on par.
I don't got no neck though.
He on.
I want to know what this camera you're using, Cheeky, and the settings, because this shit look like I'm wearing 3D glasses in 8K. Like,
It's the FX3.
You said what now?
Man. It's called
It's the what?
FX3.
Oh yeah, it's the camera.
oh, the FX3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the camera.
All
That
upgrading
make it
everything
look-
else is futile, man.
I think it's the lens more than the camera, right, Cheeky?
Hell
like,
no.
You get a better lens?
No,
It's a camera? Okay.
Nah, it's the camera.
All right, nigga.
It's
Stop
a-
bragging, nigga.
Grandstanding, boy.
Get that nigga in the back chat. Damn, man. I got it.
my 2022 camera, man. It's all good.
Looks decent, though. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Well, the good thing is, with me being right next to Aaron, my shit look immaculate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit look like the funny pages in the newspaper.
It's your fault.
Funny pages. Damn, you old.
You saw that's your nerd. You're in the same group with him. You're not.
Nah, good. I keep saying though, y'all young, but y'all don't make young look that fun. We was young. We make y'all not really that.
Y'all
like,
young is
Y'all
trash.
y'all horrible at being young. y'all
who
be
care about
y'all
what
be
you
with us
think?
all day. We already did this already.
Who care what you think?
I
Who
hear
care
you.
what you think?
I'm saying we still the taste mates for society. We damn near 40, man.
That's a fact.
We still the taste masons, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm
Taste
sorry.
makers. My bad.
I'm sorry. You're just unaware because you're old. But young people
Who
have
who
our
in
things
who in
that
y'all
we listen to,
demographic?
that
Who
we-
in y'all demographic other than what Kai Cenat, the streamer? Who else is like significant that's young? Who else?
What do you mean? That's a big deal. No,
That's one
that's a
person.
big
I'm
deal.
saying Chris Brown still touring, and once he stopped, it's a wrap.
You can't claim Chris Brown.
How?
What
He
you
like
talking about?
36.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine, take
36.
him. Okay, so NBA YoungBoy don't count.
Hell
Young niggas?
no.
Nobody care
Wait a
about
minute,
come on, man.
Pooh Shiesty don't count.
No.
Who says he don't
No, they
count?
not
in
selling out
jail.
arenas.
Yo, come on, son.
Come
So
on,
these
Yo,
niggas that are
yo,
these young
Usher's-
people age.
Usher's
Yo, you are
47.
not gonna win that. There's
Ain't you 40?
Cheeky when we
How old
can
is Pooh
say
Shiesty?
when we can say Usher and Chris Brown, dude, you can't. What are you gonna respond with?
He said
But,
NBA
but
young
niggas
boy.
say Beyonce.
Wait,
What you
hold
gonna
on.
respond
Wait a
with?
minute.
Hove just
He's
sold
47.
out. Joe just sold out Yankee Stadium 3 days in a row. He a little older. I won't claim Hove.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
what
Like,
you gonna
see how-
respond
see
with,
how
though?
all the old people got hyped about that shit.
Nah, we want to hear that. You doing the trolling. Give us some
Nah.
information.
Don't nobody want
Yo,
to hear that.
wait,
Give me a
wait.
name,
hold on.
sir.
Yo, Shy, how old is ain't Taylor Swift like 37, right?
Yeah, she our age. Yeah.
What you gonna respond with? Taylor Swift. I'm just trying to open up the region so maybe you could name something.
Oh, now you're naming white people. Oh,
Nah,
trying to
now
help
wanna
you.
name
You need a
white
name.
people.
Trying to help you.
Oh,
You ain't
name,
named a
sir.
soul
Go ahead,
other than
name your
Kai
white folks.
Cenat.
Name your white folks.
You named fucking NBA YoungBoy,
He
nigga.
said he be a young boy.
Yo,
on,
come
T.
What y'all
on,
laughing
man.
about? He was the most streamed artist in the past couple of years.
But he don't have no appeal. He's not influential. Like maybe I don't know, man.
What do you mean? Why do we need influential people when everybody's an influencer?
Yo.
I'm saying to be y'all not when you were young people kind of set the culture. Y'all ain't really doing nothing but following us.
Yo, think
Talk about how
it.
old we are.
Does what NBA YoungBoy do? It look fun to you?
Are you asking me specifically or young
Yes,
people?
I'm asking you specifically.
No, and I'm not. I don't fall in the young. I'm unk now, so that shit. Don't
Now
even
let me
work.
ask you a question. Mario, Chris Brown, and them niggas. Didn't that shit look fun? What they was doing, nigga?
What
Them
is
niggas
Mario?
had a ball, son. Y'all niggas don't have fun in nothing.
Who is Mario?
She say she's just a friend. You say she's just a friend, bro.
Mario, nigga,
Yeah,
you saying
yeah.
Mario?
What you talking
I'm
about?
like, who the fuck is Mario? Now he hit me with some shit I don't know. Like, all right, teach me.
You don't know who Mario is?
Yeah, he
Nigga, why
on your
you saying
accent,
Mario?
man. He on your accents.
Oh.
That shit is weird. Don't do that no more. That's weird. Mario.
Just saying, Chiggy, y'all, the youth these days, y'all ain't that. I don't know, man. Y'all not that exciting.
I don't know. When it come to movies and production,
God.
you don't want to go
Oh, what?
there. It's the young
Stop
niggas
it, bro.
taking over
What
that
do you
shit.
mean? Whoa. Wait,
Hey,
what?
taking over that shit. Taking over
Bro,
that
now
shit.
you taking
goddamn.
over shit. What are you talking about?
You
All
know
them
that
niggas
shit.
is our age, son.
Yeah, and
Cougar and
all
them
that
niggas
shit
is
is
high
regurgitated
age.
shit from our childhood. Y'all don't.
No,
There
they
have been a
not.
new fucking movie
Wait,
in
Yes,
how
they
long?
are. Michael B. Jordan is
Wait a minute.
39.
Are we talking about
Cougar and them
Obsession?
niggas is
We talking about
38.
Backrooms?
Who?
Are we talking
Huh?
about these people?
Who?
Talking about who?
This is young people stuff. You wouldn't have seen it.
You
My
said
fault.
Backrooms.
Backrooms.
Obsession?
I know the movie, but the star actor.
You didn't watch it.
Yeah, I seen Obsession,
Obsession?
but I mean that's not better than
I watched
anything
Obsession.
Spielberg. I mean it's not better than the Spielberg fucking horror
Wait,
film.
Spielberg. Wait, yeah, he's what? How
That's too
old?
old. That's too
80.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
but it's still our generation, nigga.
No.
But hold up, we talking about the content from our
We
generation.
can find errors. Hold on, we can find errors where young people are kicking.
old. We can't. We waiting. We waiting.
Can't.
for
Y'all
it.
don't have a James Cameron.
When LeBron lead the NBA, like who's the new guy? I mean, who's gonna be like the new face? Who's gonna carry the league? Who got global appeal?
Yeah.
The
Who is
face,
after
the
LeBron?
face of the league. The most people know him because he
What
keep
league?
paying his child support ahead of time.
Right, Ant Man.
shit.
He don't even want to. He don't even want it.
Bruh.
Ant don't even want to be the face. He already said it.
on,
Man. Face. LaMelo Ball. That's gonna be the face of the NBA. LaMelo.
Are y'all talking about NBA shit like that, man?
Wimby. Oh, Wimby. I guess Wimby. Wimby, the Frenchman.
Yeah, French nigga. He don't even count.
Oh man,
Foreign niggas.
He
Foreign
young.
niggas
How
don't
he
count.
not count?
I'm just saying, Cheeky. Y'all
Foreign
don't know,
niggas
man.
don't count. We talk about American nigga shit, bro. Get out of here.
Ain't he playing
You
in?
finna
Ain't he
bail out.
playing in the NBA? Ain't he playing in the NBA?
Yeah, he foreign.
What's more American than NBA?
Yeah, he can still be a
NFL.
foreign player in the NBA. That
does
is
that have to
Jokic
do with
fucking
him being
American
in the
because
NBA?
he played in the NBA.
He's in an American system doing American things. Absolutely, he's a fucking
Yeah, he
American.
still speak
By all
fucking
intents
French
and
as his
purposes.
first language. He still speak French as his first language.
Well, either way it go, he's young, right? And he count, and he's in
Yeah,
the American
okay.
media. Wouldn't that
Even
count?
if he count, he's not
Wouldn't that count?
the greatest. What are you talking
What's
about?
his name?
He's not better than Shaq. He's not better than fucking
And see, here you go doing the old shit, like Shaq and them. Anyway, y'all can do whatever generational war y'all want to. Y'all old asses is old as fuck. All right. So
yeah, man,
just
we
leave it
paved
there.
the way for you,
I'm
young
right-
fella.
I'm
We
right-
paved
I'm
the
right-
way.
I'm
Ain't
You
right
doing
behind
nothing
you.
with it.
I'm not-
Ain't
You
doing nothing
welcome.
with it.
I'm right behind you.
welcome.
Look,
We
I'm
paved
right
the
behind
way.
you. That's fine. Look, y'all the only ones that get offended by being old. It's okay. I'm
No,
getting
I
old
don't get
too.
offended. I'm just, stating that I accept it, but I'm saying when I compare myself to the young, it's not that impressive. It's like I could be this age and still running circles around dudes y'all age, man. It's unfortunate.
Wait a minute, but y'all been doing it. Hold on. Old people
That's
been
what
doing
I'm
this
saying.
since the start of time. Y'all got
Listen,
more money.
old
That's
niggas.
what it
Hey,
is.
Cheeky, guess what wasn't
Old
happening
niggas,
though?
old niggas
Nah,
get
we
more
was-
money
we was
and they
cooler.
want to be. Hold on.
We
Old
was
niggas
cooler
wanna
than
be
Gen
more-
X.
get
Hey,
more money.
cooler
Old
than Gen
niggas
X.
couldn't
Old
fuck with
niggas
us
wanna
when we
get
was
more
in our
money.
Cooler
20s
than
and
Gen
30s,
X.
brother.
We was
Old
cooler than
Old
Gen
niggas
X.
was
get
not a
more
threat.
money,
Listen,
and they wanna
listen,
do young
Cheeky.
shit.
Cheeky,
Old
Cheeky,
niggas-
Cheeky.
Old
The
niggas get
old
more
niggas
money,
were not
and
a
they
threat
start
to
doing
us
young
in
shit
our circles,
because they
bro,
wanna
when
be- they
we
wanna
were
be
in our
young. They got
20s and
arrested
30s.
development. It's Peter Pan syndrome.
It's not arrested development, brother. It's just we cooler.
It
I mean, the
is.
80s babies are
It
the best
is.
generation, man.
When
Come on, man.
niggas
It's
get
okay.
money and get older, what they want to go do? Get a young hot thing, go to another country, and go do some young ass shit. Old
Hey,
ass
listen,
niggas. Why
this
old ass niggas
country,
also
that
do young
country,
ass
don't
shit?
matter, man.
Why don't you go
International,
ahead and
baby.
get married and settle down, old nigga?
International.
I'm trying.
Been there, done that.
Bro. I'm
shit down.
trying.
Been there, done that, nigga.
You
Yeah,
realize,
now because if we
nigga-
start talking about old niggas love
Yo.
young shit because they think they still
No,
young.
we
Man,
don't,
you
my
better calm that
nigga.
shit
It's
down.
y'all
like young
niggas
shit.
doing shit like Domocom and Comic-Cons and all that other shit.
And
Nigga,
see,
we
now
not
you talking
doing
about
that
young
shit.
people.
What
Yeah,
I'm
now you talking
saying
about
is
young
we
people
never
got
did that.
their
We
own
was
fun.
outside. We was actually partying.
Outside.
Y'all niggas is like, yo, let me go dress up as a Pokemon.
wait.
Like that shit is like, come on, son.
You don't
Like,
know.
who
You have
doing
no
that?
idea. You have no idea what goes on the Momo con.
Them
You
niggas
don't
high,
know. Niggas
y'all.
be having fun partying.
Niggas told me
Harper.
you
Harpy.
walk in and y'all fake like niggas getting killed by swords and shit.
Look, man. The only thing I need you to worry about.
Why don't y'all niggas
is
try
them 10 kids
paintball?
You got. You the only old nigga on here that's doing it right. You got 10
Nah,
kids.
Aaron doing it
a wife.
right.
Young people
You
are
the only
so
nigga that's
socially
doing it right.
awkward.
You the only real
Young-
traditional man.
Young people are so socially awkward, and I got Asperger's.
Oh,
So that
look,
says
man,
a
it's
lot.
all good, man.
Y'all
Look,
not
I respect.
funny.
I can take all the backlash from him because he the only old nigga that did it right. He settled down, got his 6 kids, did his dog breeding, owned a couple of properties. Yes, come on, but y'all stop fucking with the 23, 24-year-old, 25-year-olds. How about that?
I don't deal with no 24-year-old. Not me.
Oh, yeah,
What the
now you
fuck
don't.
you
Now you
talking
don't.
about?
Black
You know
Dawn
how my
said-
wife is?
Hold on, Black Dawn with the 20 ball said, y'all old niggas got Diddy.
Got what?
Fuck out of here, man.
Tell me got
That's
what?
negative
Oh,
3
He got
million.
Diddy.
You
Nigga,
got
yo.
Diddy in your category.
one of y'all rappers tried to hide all his drugs in his stomach. Getting off the plane, nigga. You
Oh, he
shit me?
talking about Juice WRLD. He talking about Juice
Nah,
WRLD.
what about
you
the
talking
niggas?
about?
Let's not even talk. Let's
I'm
not even
sorry,
talk about.
but that's different than raping people. I feel like
Okay, well,
there's
let's not
different
talk about
lines.
Lil Nas X. Okay, let's not talk
Nah,
about
what
that.
about the other dude, the D4, the
just gay.
D4? Remember the dude, Cheeky, the D4, DV4 dude that killed?
Yeah,
cut
just
the-
killed the
cut
girl,
teen
killed the
girl.
minor
Yeah.
because this
Yeah,
nigga was in.
David.
David,
Yeah,
yeah, he
that's-
cut
yeah,
her up.
David.
She was
That's-
14.
Yeah, that's the generation.
That's your generation,
Yeah,
definitely.
Black Dawn better
That's my
hush.
generation. That's the younger. That's the youngest.
Look, now
coming
he's
up.
separate.
That's crazy.
All right, come
Nigga,
on.
that's
Man.
because I am separate. What you mean? I'm
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Real quick, think it throw with the $2 says, Cheeky, who your favorite rapper? Cheek.
Old nigga.
My bad. What now? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Who's
Think
your
and
favorite
throw.
rapper?
Yeah, think and throw said, who's your favorite,
Favorite
rapper?
rapper?
Yeah.
He only got 3
I don't have a
choices.
favorite. I don't have a favorite.
He from Atlanta. He got 3 choices.
Andre 3000 would probably be.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You only got 3 choices.
I like Griselda shit too, though. Boy, they be, boy, they got,
Yeah, man.
that's why it's hard to be like
They too new though.
wanna,
They kinda-
like, because if you sit here and ask me, my shit gonna be full of Alchemist. My shit gonna be full of fucking Griselda. It's gonna be full of a whole bunch of different shit. I don't really listen to the quote unquote, whatever that other shit is called.
Yeah, I
Listen
don't.
to a
That's
lot
what
of
I listen to, man.
Underground shit. Yeah.
I
You
try
listen
to-
to shit I listen to.
I tried to put Shot on the 38 special, but he couldn't get jiggy with it, man.
No,
I tried to listen. What's the other dude you put me on from the Locks, man? I tried to listen to that album. I was struggling, bro.
I put this
My
nigga
favorite-
on the Gangster and the Gentleman, and he couldn't get with
I
it.
couldn't get
said,
through. I was
"Come
washing my
on,
car.
man."
I couldn't get through it.
I'm like, this is crazy. You can't
Yes,
get through
man.
Gangster and the Gentleman. It's crazy.
Couldn't
what
get through
about
it, bro.
what about Rock Marciano?
Nah, he ain't gonna like.
Marciano.
He ain't gonna
I
like
am a
rock.
try.
He ain't gonna like rock.
Hey, Cheeky, I
I'm
told
not gonna-
Helm my favorite Nas song is Uchi Wally, man.
What?
No, you fucking up. How you losing me? You losing me.
Yo,
No
That's my favorite Nas song,
way.
man. That's my favorite Nas song, man.
You are crazy.
I like to tussle with my up north brothers when it comes to music, man, because they do too much.
Do you
so-
listen to Ransom? Huh?
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now he.
All right, man. Let's look. We've been doing too much Kumbaya. It's time to tussle, man. It's time to tussle.
All right, let's tussle. Goddamn it.
Time to tussle, man.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Break this down, Shaw. Stephen A. Smith, man. What he did.
Yeah, so I got a couple of videos we can show after I kind of set the premise, right? You know, this word, man, accountability. It's a interesting, it's a tricky word. That's why I titled the show, and I appreciate you for running it. The
At
tricky
Black
thing
Dawn
about
donated
accountability.
$20 through Super Chat. Disappointed Cheeky didn't mention all of 2016 Double XL freshman class. The ones after that are trash AF, but that's the main one.
Well, that would be the old Black Dawn. They consider old now. We all in the same age. We 30 plus. The niggas all up my age, so they don't fall into young. When you 30 something, you it's not young.
Go ahead, Shaw.
Yeah, so accountability, right? Because accountability it's a two-way street, right? You got the person that is doing the criticizing, the person who I guess is receiving it. And I think oftentimes, not just here, but everywhere, when you see, particularly, we're talking about black people right now, right? And we see it's a very difficult kind of dance to engage in. Because I think we should be able to criticize black men, black women. We should be able to criticize our institutions, our politicians. But I also think that the person who is criticizing does have some responsibility as well. You know, you should be able to prove the thing that you're saying. I think there should be some type of consistent standard when you're doing your critiques. You know, being able to distinguish the actions of individuals from the actions of the group. So recently, Stephen A. Smith got in trouble. He was awarded the from the National Association of Black Journalists. He received the Thumbs Down Award And I guess the award is given to either individuals or people who, I guess they say, are kind of getting in the way of. I don't know. Maybe we should let them show us. So, what we can do, we can show the videos, and then we can kind of jump into the discussion because I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the situation. So, there's 3 videos I sent him. There's 2 shorts. I think you can play the shorts. Maybe play the woman short first. The one with the woman. That's the. I think she's the president of the association, and she kind of explains why they gave it to him. And then the next video is his response to it. Then there's a content creator who kind of breaks it down too.
Look at who we named this year. I think we have to agree that there's a clear through line. We're looking at the forces that make it harder for Black journalists to do their jobs and harder for Black communities to be covered fairly and fully, right? That includes government officials that are exerting their pressure on the press, news organizations that are making decisions that weaken diversity and coverage, media owners who are facing questions about the treatment of Black journalists, who we know are under attack by internal and external forces across this country, and also influential commentators whose rhetoric can reinforce harmful narratives about Black people, particularly Black women. Look at who we named this year. I think we have to agree that there's a.
Okay, that's the first one. That's the first video. And this is Stephen A's response to it. And I guess we can chat a little bit after that.
Check this out. I am the same guy that brought a nationally televised show to a journalism conference, which is the NABJ, the last 2 years. Did you have anything to say about me then? Did I get a thumbs down then? First Take, a nationally televised show, which has been #1 for 14 straight years. We came to the National Association for Black Journalists in Chicago and Cleveland, back-to-back years. Of course, I got to thank ESPN for that. I am the same guy.
Okay. Are y'all familiar with the story, Miss Fantastic? Aaron, Cheeky, did y'all kind of hear about it?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
So a couple of things, right? Because again, I talked about. Here's what's always interesting to me when you see people, like when you see Black people respond to, I guess, like the criticism from the people they respond. You see that conviction, which I think is a good thing because I say to me it shows that as a Black person you care about what people who look like you feel, and I think that's a good thing. I think that is what is kind of connects us and keep those bridges, keeping us kind of united, being connected in that way. She mentioned something. She said the theme line, and that's what I wanted to kind of try to mine out today, Hemp, is that, at the end of the day, I'm a staunch supporter of the freedom of speech. I think that's one of the few things the founders got right. It ain't that many, but that's one of them. I say, okay, even though I don't think it's being applied equally throughout the country, but I do think it's important to people to be able to say what they want to say. And I think Black people, we got hundreds of years of data to look and see how we're being criticized and to then assess, is this good faith or not? And as I said in the opening, I think it's a very difficult kind of tightrope to walk when you're trying to hold people accountable. I was kind of doing my due diligence, right, Help, and so I stumbled across Booker T. Washington, right? Because like I said, we got hundreds of years of this, and I remember in his essay called "The Awakening of a Negro," you kind of see a similar thing, right? He started off talking about how the Tuskegee Institute was teaching Black people, ideas of thrift and economy. And then he criticized those people for, working hard, but still using their money to buy whiskey and snuff and cheap jewelry. He talked about how it's difficult to make a hungry man a good Christian. I think things we can all understand that. But then I think the part where in his particular essay, where people start to say this is where their respectability comes in, which most Black people say has been damaging to Black people, is he talks about, and I'm going to read it verbatim so you can see what he says, nothing else so soon brings about right relations between the two races in the South as the industrial progress of the Negro. Friction between the races will pass away in proportion as the Black man, by reason of his skill, intelligence, and character, can produce something that the white man wants or respects in the commercial world. You see what I'm saying? He talks about how if we get enough money to buy. If a white man house goes into foreclosure, we can buy that house. A white man would never try to stop a Negro who owns a home from going to vote in the polls. This is in the 1800s. You see what I mean? Like that type of mindset that if we just be more industrial, this will some kind of way change the mind of white people. And in his mind, he was holding them accountable. And we have a long list of men, which when me and Fantastic got to a back and forth, I was like, Miss Fantastic, like this is not novel. Like we've been dealing with this for centuries. I actually found a man, Miss Fantastic. If you get a chance, Google it. Everybody, Google George Schuler. That's Miss Fantastic in 1920. George Schuler he started off a part of the Socialist Party. He died a Bircher. It was like this John Birch Society back then. He was a conservative, and he wrote a really dope movie called Black No More, where like it was a sci-fi film where black people suddenly became white and we had to deal with race relations. But he was a staunch critic of the Harlem Renaissance, and he was kind of pushing back at Langston Hughes, like, you know what? There's no such thing as like Negro art because y'all are Americans. Y'all don't have y'all unique experience. Y'all are Americans. Y'all experience just like white people. You see what I mean? Like these types of conversations. So I wanted to broach the conversation with us because I think you see similar issues going on now. I think Miss Fantastic, from what I've kind of estimated, somewhere along the line, somebody offended him in some kind of way, and he seems to be fighting, I guess, those particular people. I don't really know what the origin story is, but he seems to think like, you know, it's him against us. And I just don't think that dichotomy is necessary to get progress when we talk about accountability. And also, I'll close with this. Also, the person that's holding everybody accountable has to understand that when you do that, people are listening to these things. We understand that you're gonna be held accountable. You'll be held accountable as well, and we should welcome it. It shouldn't cause so much division. And I think that's one of my concerns.
Okay. So when we work that back towards Stephen A. Smith, he's not above reproach and critique because of what he did last year. You only as good as your last game?
Right. So there's one more video. There's one more video that you can show where Jamil Hill kind of breaks down some of those theme lines that we can talk about in the conversation.
Okay.
The third video I sent you, she kind of goes through it. We can talk about it if you want to go to the video, though. I can kind of talk through it.
Yeah, well, before we go to the video, Mr. Fantastic, when we played the first video, you shook your head. What did the lady say that you were disappointed in or disagree with? You're on mute.
Yeah. Of course, the part about disparaging black women and whatnot, what have you. Stephen A. has opened so many doors for black journalists across the board, not to mention black women, right? But because you feel a type of way, and he had the audacity to, this all is stemming from him challenging Jasmine Crockett in her antics before she was not reelected this last past term. Again, this is the issue and the problem in the black community, the above reproach and deification of the black woman, where she can never be challenged, she can never be criticized, she can never be told that she's wrong, she can never be told that she needs to do something better, or so on and so forth. Stephen A. Smith is one of, if not the most accomplished journalist, black journalist, held in modern times. I can't think of a more accomplished journalist than him, be it sports or otherwise, right? The man is been a professional now for, I think, 20 some odd years, or so on and so forth. The highest paid is in his profession. Like he said, has no problem in bringing light to and giving opportunity to black people as a whole. And this is how they repay him, with a disrespectful award. Pretty much, again, you know, the Coon Award, or the wannabe white award, all these different things and so on and so forth, for a man that, again, without him, people that have never ever heard of the existence of black journalism conference and shit like this, or the organization, would even know of, had he not petitioned ESPN, the largest sports entertainment brand in the country,
At Crash Out
to
or Cash
give
Out
them
donated $20 through Super Chat. SA has said worse to other people, especially men, and never was deemed disrespectful. SA criticized, and it came to be true about Jasmine. But instead of listening to understand, they want to avoid accountability for
her actions.
Yeah, shout out to him, and he just summarized. Like he said, that Stephen A. Smith has had to issue public apologies. I mean, Hab, I know you remember this on the whole Kyrie Irving thing. His words and his slander against Kyrie Irving, bro, was some of the most diabolical things from a professional, personal, whatever standpoint in the history of media. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But did they do anything to him for his Kyrie comments? Of course not. Right? He simply challenged Jasmine Crockett for her political approach and her attitude towards those politics. And he asked actual political questions. What are you doing for your constituents in your district other than Trump this, Trump bad, and Trump, and you know, all of this sister girl bullshit? And this is how they repay him. So this is why the black man is a straight black man is moving the way that we're moving. And a lot of men, thanks to this, is just another blatant case of black men understanding that all we got is us. There are no allies for us in this situation, bro.
Oh man, that's an interesting take. I think most reasonable people, I think most fair people would say that. Right, I agree with you. Very colorful career, very successful man. But I do think that Stephen A. Smith, his more recent career has kind of taken a turn. I think he's gotten away from journalism and he's become more of like a pundit. I don't know if it's just political, kind of like he just discusses society. That particular the particular situation I know, because it wasn't just Jasmine Crockett. It was a couple of different instances. It was
Michelle Obama,
the Serena Williams thing.
More, yeah, like it's just not Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah,
like,
but Chief, if you don't mind, I do want to stick on, because I think this would be a good way to have a conversation. We can kind of really mind through things. One of the criticisms, particularly in the accountability conversation, is lack of consistency. And I think even in Stephen A. Smith's case, you see it. Jamil Hill kind of broke down how when he was talking about Jasmine Crockett, right, he talked about her being street and how this was some kind of way, a bad way to be a politician. But then in the video, him might show later, you'll see, but then he got called stupid by Trump. And if you watch his response to that, a man calling him stupid, he was more contained, more controlled. He found a way to have the conversation. But when you watch how when he was responding to Jasmine, I mean, he had a lot more energy and emotion. And it's like, where's the consistency in response? Because when this white man called you stupid, you found a way to maintain your decorum. But if we're talking about accountability, why don't you maintain your standard no matter who's the person in front of you? And I do see this happening a lot with our conversations, with conversations about accountability in general. It's like y'all will tell us, you American first, right? So if you criticize America too much, do you love them? And we have all this vitriol, but then when we talk about black people, it's you can talk to us however you want to talk to us. You scream at the things that black people do wrong, but you whisper about the inequities of America. And I'm saying people notice this because this pattern just didn't start in 2026. We've been seeing this over time. How people don't hold firm. They change depending on who's in front of them. So it's like it's hard for us to respect you as an arbiter of accountability when we watch you change your position depending on who you're holding accountable.
Is it the change? Oh, I see. Are people?
It's the super.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the super inconsistency behind his behavior and criticisms about people that don't look like him. He's very comfortable and very confident and bold to say and give criticisms of black men and women, right? Because that statement, that video we watched, he said black people, and then because she's a woman, she said more specifically black women, because that would make sense. What woman watches sports shows? But he was super disrespectful towards Kyrie Irving, Kwame Brown, and Colin Kaepernick. Like, these were people that at the time, black men too, was just like, yo, what are you on? You on some weird shit right now. Right. So it's not as if this is just he only do it. No, it's just is a pattern that we've noticed. And when I say we, I mean people that are watching, just looking like, okay, why is this nigga coming up on my timeline? And it's always loud and proud against black people and meek and humble and hush mouth against white people, it seems like, right? And that's been the problem. When you get called stupid by somebody, and Jasmine Crockett's never made any mention of you, you just openly criticize, but you get called stupid directly to somebody, and you acting like, oh, I don't know. Just like he said he was gonna fight LeBron James. The fuck are you talking about? You gonna fight LeBron James? You really gonna make that a big deal? But that white lady that had some accusation against you, you handled very differently. Like, this nigga's weird. He's just weird. He weird and he's doing more cornball shit. And he's doing the right wing grift that everyone's been paying attention to.
That's
the other thing too. It's been a continual lame right wing conservative talking point puppet asshole shift, and then black people going, where's this coming from?
Oh, so that's why y'all don't like him, because you feel like he's a Republican. So that explains so much. Furthermore, yeah, again, this is the very, very limited sight of black people, right? And again, Stephen A is a sports commentator. So whatever he has to say about Colin Kaepernick from a sports perspective is just that. Niggas get emotional and got in their feelings because you didn't say what you wanted him to say. What did Colin Kaepernick fucking accomplish? Nothing. Colin Kaepernick is one of the biggest fucking psyops and plants of all fucking time. What the hell did Colin Kaepernick achieve for black people? Absolutely fucking nothing. The nigga ended up acting like he wanted to play, talking about he wanted to play, talking about he wanted to play, talking about he wanted to play. Motherfucker wasn't doing anything extraordinary in fucking workouts. Then he refused to do workouts. Then he sued the NFL and said, "Oh, y'all need to pay me for fucking keeping me out of the league, but you want a paycheck from the league that paid you, right? And you still want to come back." Again, man, you can't win for losing with niggas. As soon as you don't say what niggas want you to say, now you're a coon, now you're a sellout, now you're weird, now you all these other things, and niggas can't even understand it. This is within his purview. This is his wheelhouse. This is sports. Now, if Colin Kaepernick was a fucking rapper or an actor or whatever, and he's just out here giving random commentary on that shit, cool, fine, I got you. I can go with all the weird shit and so on and so forth. Same thing with Serena Williams. Serena Williams, although I think she's retired at that time, okay, she's the greatest fucking women's tennis player of all time, and some people say the greatest women's athlete of all time, okay? Sports. And that was at the Super Bowl. So him saying that, hey, look, listen, you coming out here and crip walking as a get back at your ex that you publicly had a sexual relationship with me being married, I wouldn't be cool with that. What again, sports, his job, his show, whatever. But again, all of the words that I'm glad that Cheeky's saying what he's saying, because Cheeky is a perfect representation. He's using all the words, right? And I'm saying and this is just naturally coming from him, how niggas feel when you don't go along with niggas.
Yeah. So
despite all the good you've done for them. Again, there's nobody at that conference that's done more for black journalism than Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. So,
none of them.
So, Miss Fantastic, I think, and I hope we can kind of reel it back, because I think I kind of expect you to do what you're doing now, where you completely dismiss any legitimacy of the critique, but then all the critiques you have for black people, you deem them legitimate. And I think I keep saying this is why we kind of never progress past trying to really get understanding so we can move forward. Because if someone doesn't agree with you, you dismiss them as not understanding. They're too emotional. It's just because they black. And I'm saying this and these things. And I'm saying, Miss Fantastic, I'm giving you this, right? I don't think it's a good. It's in good faith to, when somebody doesn't agree with me, to automatically say they're a coon. But I'm also saying,
MetLife81 donated $20 through Super Chat. Salute HAMP in, fellas. None of this was an issue until he started criticizing the Democrats in Crockett. He has always criticized Trump and the Republicans, and still does. Some of us actually have.
Well, let me first read it. Fuck out of here! Exclamation point. Some of us actually have great memories.
Yeah.
Oh no, it didn't read Devin. So it probably came in something. Yeah. Devin with the 20 ball says, exactly, Mr. Fantastic. Stephen A. as whole shows criticizing Donald Trump. They are just upset he speaks on everyone and not towing the line.
So again, and like I said, I hope, I don't know about the chat or the people commenting, but I hope us five can like actually have a conversation to try to make sense of it instead of just dismissing points. Because I'm saying I'm not an advocate for calling somebody a coon because they don't agree with the black agenda, whatever. I'm willing to add a conversation to see, but I'm also saying I'm not obtuse. I told y'all all the time. I pay attention to the art of scapegoating. I want to write a book about it because you see it so often. Shout out to Sherelle and her show yesterday. How we talk about it, how it's so easy for us to scapegoat the people that's under us, but for some reason we create all the cover for the people that we want to be like, and we can see it. I'm saying this, it's been happening for so long. People understand the pattern. So yeah, Devin is right. The argument isn't that he doesn't criticize Donald Trump. Again, him can show the video. Watch the difference in the response though, and then ask yourself why. Why is there difference? Why is there difference in the response?
Let's watch the video. Because
I think if you started, it's like the first minute or two. I don't know exactly where. I can tell you once you pull it up.
So before we complete it, just hypothesis is they're going to still find a way to run cover defense, because that's just how that goes. But go ahead.
He have for Stephen A. Smith.
The reason I've had problems with some of the things he said is because he don't keep that same energy.
And this comes after he got the thumbs down last week from the National Association of Black Journalists.
Stephen A. Smith, sports analyst and political commentator. Smith has established a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent black women across politics, sports, and media.
With him then responding in the most tone-deaf way possible by going on Fox News to complain about the black community.
Doesn't this have to do specifically with your criticism of radical people on the left? And you did mention a couple of African-American women.
I think it is. I don't think there's any question about it, and that's why I spoke out against it, because I think it's utterly ridiculous.
Which is why everything Jemele Hill says in this video is so on point, because it feels like Stephen A. Smith still does not get it.
If you're going to, especially in your position, being black, have a conversation about our community, that's inside of our community, about someone who belongs to our community, you got to go into that conversation with a different sensibility.
But I'm Jude. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
The reason I've had problems with some of the things he said is because he don't keep that same energy.
At all.
why the so? All right.
At Meter and Robert 771 donated $20 through Super Chat. Who more ghetto, Jasmine or Bobert?
I don't know who
What's
Bobert
the
is.
question?
Who's more ghetto, Jasmine or Bobert?
Who's Bobert?
Lauren
who's
Bobert.
Bobert? He said that.
Lauren
I think he's
Bobert.
saying the name wrong. I think I know who you're talking about, but who is Bobert?
Well,
Lauren Bobert.
It might bring me up,
That's
Lauren
about-
Bobert.
If you're going to, especially in your position, being black, have a conversation about our community, that's inside of our community, about someone who belongs to our community, you got to go into that conversation with a different sensibility. Doesn't mean you don't tell the truth, but you got to be
Can
aware.
we pause it right there? So basically, say it in a nice way. Don't. That is exactly what it means. That's exactly what she's saying. That's a fucking dog whistle for we can't have inside conversations around outside people. That's stupid ass shit. But then y'all tell then you turn around and tell black people, oh well, nobody outside of black people can critique black people. Okay, cool. I'm a black man. I'm accomplished. I'm a subject matter expert in my field, so I'm gonna do that. And as soon as you do that, but you don't do it in a nice way, right? Quote unquote. And why Stephen A. Smith has his own platform. Stephen A. Smith has said prolific, you know what I'm saying, pro-black, for black people things on his own show, on ESPN, on his own podcast.
Cash Out donated $20 through Super Chat. Jemele Hill just said you have to come in the conversation with a different sensibility, meaning you have to be different to black women than the other way around. SA is no different and they don't like it.
Yeah, most importantly, I'm gonna say this and then you can start. But y'all forgot about Jemele Hill and her black people or the black men or the white people or black people, right? We just gonna forget about that, huh? We gonna forget about that. We gonna forget about Jemele Hill, who has repeatedly threw black men under the bus when black men have opened so many doors for her, bro.
I don't. Okay? The unclean wig is diabolical. I don't understand.
What you talking about. I already knew what you was talking
about. Yeah,
that's when I saw it, I said, "Him gonna say something about this wig."
It's annoying, man. Go ahead, y'all.
No, I'm saying I use Stephen A. Smith as kind of like our landing, a springboard for the conversation, Miss Fantastic. But I think it goes way beyond him. I just knew this was a good way to kind of start the conversation. Because this, for me, the accountability part ain't just about Stephen A. Smith. It's about me and you too. But if you let it play, if you play a little bit longer, they show the two different responses between what he said to Jasmine and then when Trump called him stupid, how he responded to it. I think it should come like the next two or 3 seconds. But if not, we can speed past it.
Yeah, because this shit is unfair.
And observant about certain things.
Yeah, that was my biggest beef with the Jasmine Crockett tape. Whether you love or hate Jasmine Crockett, the thing that everybody should find detestable is the way that he was talking about a black woman on his platform, saying that she has rhetoric for the streets or from the streets, which two races, in my opinion, were dog whistles.
Is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. And that's fun when you in the streets. How many of y'all bring the streets to the table when you at the negotiating table trying to get a deal done? How many of you are able to think that for a second that you're able to bring street verbiage to Capitol Hill and that's going to work for you?
But he doesn't have that same energy for Trump, who called him low IQ.
You want to talk about IQ? I could say I put my IQ up against yours any day of the week. I could go one better. I could ask you why you've been running from me the last year since I wanted to talk to you. I could ask you to debate me since you think you that dude, okay? We can go a myriad of ways with all of this, but I'm not going to let you off the hook because none of that is important.
He talked real polite, real soft-spoken when it came to addressing Trump. He didn't call him an idiot, a thug, or any of that.
Hey, Hamp, pause it again.
Often.
And again, the places where he's making that commentary is two different things. Him addressing that on First Take versus his own podcast are two different things. You can't go crazy and go ham on the president of the United States, okay, on national fucking TV live, okay, all right. Versus and you guys are discounting. He said some wild and crazy shit about Trump to Trump, as he said on his own podcast. So now you're gonna eliminate him actually saying crazy shit or saying wild shit to Trump because he didn't say it that time on fucking First Take on live. Again, niggas pick and choose, bro. And again, all of this is because he dared challenge the queen. He challenged the black queen, Jasmine Crockett.
Do you have video evidence of what you're saying?
I can find it, bro.
Yeah, let's try to find that.
Did she play it yet?
Yeah, you see it? You see
yeah, that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched the rest of it.
No.
It's about 10 minutes, so I ain't watched the rest of it.
I got you. I'm saying though, and salute to the brother Jew, right? Salute to him. He's a content creator. Make sure y'all go. I'll drop the actual link in the chat just so people can watch it. Now, was she comparing those two responses?
I think he was. I don't know if she had a different particular video, but I think he was. But yes, so yeah, she was.
So he was saying that the response or the commentary regarding Jasmine Crockett was over the top as compared to him responding to Trump.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't see it that way. He was talking. He was talking his shit. He's talking about Jasmine Crockett, and then he's responding to Trump. Like, so what you want to do? That's how I heard. I ain't hear no crazy shit. He's saying he was too subtle. Like he's like, yo, what you want to do?
I'm gonna ask you a simple question. If somebody start yelling at a girl, what the fuck you gonna do? And then they start talking to you and they get quieter. After they just yelled at a girl, you're not gonna look at them any different. You're gonna be like, it seemed like pussy shit. Or
how
about this? They yell at somebody that is 5'6", 150, and they come trying to talk to Fantastic and they start whispering. What happened to all that vibrato, all that extra shit you had on that?
Well, yeah, in that particular example that you illustrated, yes, I would find that odd, right? It would be inconsistent. Right. So would it be inconsistent?
And if that's a consistent behavior, right? Because there's more than just that clip. That's a clip that Jude chose to use.
But those are the ones that he chose to compare.
Right, those two. But the issue is not, maybe he didn't use the best example, but there's other compilations of Stephen A. Smith doing these things.
Come on, stop, bro. Copy, please, right now, Jiggy.
Hey, bring me the Bring me the compilation, because
find the video? Well, so you find me the video, fantastic, like you said you're gonna do, and then I'll find the other one. How about
find
that?
me the compilation.
You got all this
because
I guess.
I'm objective in these things, right?
Me too.
I don't vote for white people. Full stop. Right? I ain't caught up in all that shit. I already know what time it is. So I'm making an assessment, right? Jasmine Crockett. I seen they show me 2 white women about the fight on the Congress floor one day, right? People are idiots. People get angry, they emote foolishly. I'm saying he's looking at Jasmine Crockett. Yo, you using this slang XYZ, here's when it's appropriate, here's when it's not. Then he gets a insult direct to him and he says, "No, I bet you won't step out here with me though."
Yeah.
Which is, if a nigga want to name call me to death, nigga, I'm not face fighting with you. Let's escalate it, or you can shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So that's how, when I looked at those 2 clips, now Cheeky may be right. I just need to see the clips to assess them. You feel me?
No, I think you're right.
Now, Shad, sorry, I just want to get this out. This is always the issue, though, right, Shad? That we illustrate, we point out all the time. The example is the conversation, not the concept. Right? So I know I'm doing that in real time, but I want to assess it. I want to assess the thing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on, my guys just got back. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we right. Go ahead, Aaron.
I want to know who he was yelling at. You said you would find it odd if a man yelled at someone that was clearly at a disadvantage, but who's he yelling at? When you made that analogy.
Talking to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the question?
When you made that analogy, what I'm saying is, who's he yelling at?
What do you mean? You mean like, what is he saying, or
no? Who is he yelling at?
Who is Stephen A. Smith yelling at? Is what he's saying.
When you made that analogy,
in what clip?
Whatever clip when you made the analogy that.
He's very open and very bold with his statements, especially like Fantastic brought up the whole situation with sports. That's fine. The man has obviously decided to shift more so to politics, and he's made these statements very openly. But he's spoken specifically about Jasmine Crockett, about dog listening for that. He's done the same thing with, I think it was Michelle Obama. He did the same thing with. He did the same thing with I think another creator. But the problem isn't calling out people. She already stated what the problem was, which is having these two different tones towards people that are in the same area.
That answers the question. So I think you made a false equivalency when you said that you would find it odd where a person would be yelling at someone. When you said that, I'm thinking a person is face to face with a person and the person is intimidating the person, not a person is being demonstrative in their description of a person that's not even in the same room. I mean, yeah, can you call that a little bit?
If your demonstrative behavior stops at whether or not somebody looks a certain way or whatever the case may be, I'm going to call into question your behavior. When did I say about it looking a certain way? I'm talking about he's being demonstrative in the way he describes someone that's not even in the room is different from yelling at someone that's in your face. The analogy you made when you asked HAMP, you said, wouldn't you find it odd if someone is, yelling and getting loud with someone that's clearly smaller, or if a man's getting loud with a woman? When you said that, I'm thinking that the man is standing in front of this woman in close proximity and he is engaging in a very boisterous way. But what I'm seeing him do is he's going on a monologue describing this woman. She's probably not even in the same state as him, and he's just being demonstrative in his description of her, which is not the same as standing in front of this woman.
You mind if I grab
are you not understanding the differences in tonality and why that matters? Is that what your confusion is on?
No, I don't put the same weight on one as I do the other.
Yeah, he's saying
just because one doesn't have to, right, I understand what he's saying, but what he's saying is not addressing what I'm bringing up, which is the difference in tonality, whether it's in face or not in face. If somebody,
I think the tonality.
If somebody has a tonality of aggression with somebody that they think are weak or they can beat, whether it's in your face or not, that's still, I'm pointing to the other issue.
No, because he's not. The tonality that you have when you're describing someone is what it is. You know what I mean? Like people do it all the time. You're not comedians do it. Like anybody can just describe someone.
He's not a comedian.
Not intimidating anyone. I think he was more aggressive with Donald Trump. Like Hamp said, he's pretty much just calling him out. His tone may have been low, but it's like when
this tone matter.
Wait, Cheeky, come on, man. You're not concise.
I'm
when
not
brothers
trying to
are about to get into some gangster
the
shit,
next thing that Shaw got said.
Hey, man, are we gonna you gonna let me talk or what?
Go ahead. Fine.
When brothers are about to engage in some gangster shit, usually the tone comes down before it gets real. They get closer and, hey, man, you know what I mean? Like, they're not yelling at each other. And I think that's how he approached Trump. He's like, hey, bro, enough of this talk shit. You're not going to come up here. But he's being demonstrative with the one. Yeah, okay, so he's going on a monologue. He's got to have a personality. He's got to make the show. You know what I mean? Like, he's delivering entertainment to a degree. He's capturing the attention of an audience. I don't think he's trying to intimidate the woman.
Again, that's fine. You can think that, Shad. This kind of goes to your example or your whole meaning behind this idea of accountability, right? It's totally fine. I can find whatever excuse I want to make. Matter of fact, I'm going to be just as disingenuous when the time comes, and it will come because it always does. And when it happens, I don't want to hear about, oh, you don't understand. No, I'm going to make excuses.
Find a way to disingenuous.
Find a way to not understand the point given at hand. Because it seemed like Hamp understood it, and that's
fine. I understand the point. I don't agree.
Okay, well then that's fine.
Can I reset real quick, Miss Fantastic? Just for the sake of the conversation, right? Because my point, Aaron, Fantastic, Cheeky, is when I think about keeping the same energy, I'm thinking about what are your expectations of politicians. So we can take it off of this specific example that Stephen A. Smith did and talk about this. What are our actual expectations of politicians? Because what I often notice is if it's a black person and if she's a woman, there's a certain expectation in her decorum, the way she must present. But if it's somebody else, I'm saying I don't understand this. Let me just make it concise.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna make it concise. I don't understand why anybody is talking about decorum in politics right now. I have no clue why anybody still even plays that game when we saw this man on camera on a hot mic talk about touching pussy. I don't understand why anybody is talking about decorum. I'm saying if anybody's the closest to gangsters, it's politicians. Yes. So I'm saying if a person shows up and she's prepared to do the job, but she got a little twang to her that's separate from mainstream society, to me, that it makes no sense to discuss that because you don't need to. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand.
He could have said it in a soft and demure tone, but the fact that he's going at her, it's like, why are you going at her? No. That's live by the sword, die by the sword. Like that's what they do, right? Like I get that. Like that, I totally understand.
Yeah, but it's two problems in that theory, right? Or that point of view, right? Firstly, again, yes, men and women aren't equal. Men and women aren't the same. I don't expect a woman to be as aggressive as a man in any setting, be it politics or be it whatever, right?
Why? Why though? Why?
What do you mean why? But that's what society tells us. That's what society says. And even in this case where you had women that ran for president.
Society says what? Wait, society says what, Miss Fantastic? In regards to politics.
Well, let me answer the question. So first and foremost, women aren't men, and women should not be portraying themselves in an aggressive manner as men do. First and foremost. Secondly, again, Jasmine Crockett was a horrible congressperson for the time she was a congressperson. She got nothing to accomplish for her district. All she did was, and what Stephen A. was trying to get people to see the bigger picture was, she was in a position to make black people and black women specifically look better, but she made them look bad. She made black women look like the stereotypical ghetto Keisha Hood bitch that, and mind you, she came from none of that. So she was literally being a caricature that white people would claim that black people are. That's why. That's the problem. That's the problem in it. So there's always going to be, just real quick, Aaron. There's always going to be something to where there should be a level of decorum, behavior, or whatever that's accepted. And then let me say this. Jasmine Crockett has said some of the most disparaging things about her black constituents, Byron Donalds, and I can't think of the other dude's name, the other black dudes, the two black people, prominent black men in Congress that happen to be Republicans. She had nothing to say but the most disparaging, most disrespectful things ever, bro. So let's please stop acting like Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is spared.
I'm not.
I got one question. I just want to know. I'm not coming down on one side of this or another. I just want to see what your opinion is.
Me a shot.
What do you think about the idea that I expect more from my people than I do others? Like fuck them.
Exactly.
Like just what's your position on that?
If you're going to represent us. I don't give a damn what everybody else. This is something that our parents taught us. This is something that our parents taught us.
Hey Aaron, if I'm talking to you specifically, because I've had a chance to talk to you and I've seen your consistency, I would say for you, I accept that. But I'm saying for the majority of people, that's bullshit.
Okay,
it's bullshit. It's bullshit. The whole that's why I said the whole accountability thing. The more we dig until we find out it's bullshit. Because if you have a certain expectation for politicians, it shouldn't matter if they woman or man. This ain't relationship. This ain't about I'm trying to be color no with. I'm trying to get her to get shit done for my community. I don't need her to be soft.
So it's the arena is what's
right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. With that lack of that lack of consistency starts to show up, because I'm saying Miss Fantastic just told us all these negative things she said about whatever. Okay, cool, but the man that you support. I mean, but you don't really care.
Even that what you're saying is inconsequential, because like you said, it wasn't something he was saying on an official statement. This is something that
I'm taking off him. I'm off Stephen A. Smith now.
No, not Stephen A. Smith. I'm talking about Trump. You talking about Trump. You talking about the grab him by the pussy shit. He didn't say that as the president. He didn't say that in an official.
We'll talk about the stuff he said as the president. Come on, we got plenty of material.
Hold on. So Shad, it's a
library of work.
Very simple. It's a very simple question, Shad. If you were recorded 24/7, 365 without your knowledge, would you say some wild crazy shit?
Don't do it, Miss Fantastic.
Don't do it. Don't be logical. Don't be logical.
Disingenuous as fuck.
Don't be logical. It's not disingenuous, and this is why.
Yeah, I couldn't be a politician.
Statements as the
I'd be in
president.
trouble. I'd be in trouble.
He was. So again, bro, when the thing was recorded, so the fuck what?
We're not talking about that. What about his crazy on record statements? What about those?
Like what?
What's the crazy on record statement?
What's the crazy on record statement? Give me an example.
Come on, man. See, this is what I mean by the accountability thing. Because now we got to.
What's crazy to you may not be crazy to me. That's why I'm asking a question.
All right, come on.
That's the point. That the people who said you as a U.S. citizen, or as a not citizen, but as a soldier in the armed forces, have a right to deny unlawful orders. And his response is, those people should be tried for treason and hung.
If that was his direct response to that, yeah, that's it. That is
don't y'all ever know?
I didn't hear
accountability shot, bro. Shot.
You can't, but just like
accountability. Here's the other aspect of the accountability shot. They know every single thing a nigga do. Period. We don't have to worry about a secret recording, because some nigga that's black is gonna record and find a way to hold that nigga accountable. But the president of the United States that he supports, voted for, I'm not aware of that terrible, crazy ass statement. Or the plenty others that he's had. Come on, bro. Like,
I'm not.
This is the accountability aspect that Shad is trying to point out, whether you be Democrat, Republican, whatever the case, because I don't mind saying something is bad, even if you were to bring it up.
I literally
but that's
said
the
it was
problem.
bad.
Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows.
But what do you want? I literally said it. I literally said, and I literally just said, if he said what you said he said, that was fucked up and it's wrong because it's illegal. So what more do you want from me? I didn't hear him say it. You
don't even know. That's the part.
Okay.
See, the part.
I don't know about some of the good shit I agree with. Cheeky, I don't know. Cheeky, I am not a fucking. I am not a living, walking television program, bro.
You will find 2 6th graders with ankle monitors before you know what the president of the United States says, and that in and of itself says,
I don't know 90% of the shit the president of the United States says, bro. I don't watch. I don't have a fucking Trump radar. I don't have a Trump alert. My nigga, if he says something that's fucked up or people disagree with and it makes headlines, I'm aware of that. But other than that, bro, I don't know everything that the fucking president has ever said, bro. Same thing with Biden. I didn't like Biden. I didn't know 90% of the shit that Biden said. I don't keep up with fucking politics and politicians, even the president like that, bro. So that's what I'm saying. What do we say?
All right, what did I miss, Shaw?
Damn, help a lot, man. So we basically just
how long was I going?
Too long, man. Too long. Nah, but we kind of addressing again, taking it away from zooming out a little bit on Stephen A. Smith and just talking about in general. I'm saying, so we talking about politicians, we're talking about decorum, our expectations of leaders in our community. There seems to be this kind of theme line where the accountability isn't consistent. So, for instance, Jasmine Crockett gets criticized for being street. She's not street, but she does, I guess, the street, whatever that means. And I'm saying people will say this is a bad politician, but the current leader of the free world can do what he want to, and he doesn't have that same expectation.
59 donated $20 through Super Chat. Cheeky is lying. He didn't say that verbatim. He reposted something.
So, are you saying, is it based on presupposed bias? Go ahead.
Should I address this or should I just let it go?
Address it. It's $20 super chat, bro. Address it.
Look at what he said verbatim. But don't worry, I'll pull up what he said verbatim and see if that makes any difference in what it is that he's alluding to or even stating.
Well, cheated, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, bro. If I didn't hear it, and if you're not saying what he said verbatim, and even if you say something verbatim, you need the prior and after context. So if you just take a soundbite of somebody saying something and don't understand the full context of the conversation, the question being asked, it could mean anything. It could be almost a 99%. It's a negative thing. And if he said what you said he said, to where you should be hung for disobeying unlawful orders, he is 10,000% wrong. He shouldn't have said that. He should make a public apology to all of the armed service members. But I highly doubt he would say something that crazy, Cheeky, because unlawful orders is crazy. And I can remember the thing to where you had Congress people telling people about whatever, or people going online and telling people to disobey orders or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But and now I know what you're talking about. Going to war, Cheeky, is that a lawful order? There we go. Tried and hung. Well, hold on. Roll back down. It's called seditious, and that's what it is. Seditious behavior. That's what it is. Arrested and put on trial.
And what did he say?
He said he called.
Their actions were punishable. Go ahead.
He said arrested and put on trial is a quote. Stated their actions were, quote, punishable by death, end quote. And amplified the third party post that read hang them. So I guess he must have shared that.
Yeah, but what was the question he responding to?
The seditious six. That's in response to what do you think about the congressmen or the congresswomen and men that were putting out advertisements saying you do not have to comply with unlawful orders, aka double tapping a fisherman's boat, aka doing those things because that's what it came off of the back of. You can say I'm not fulfilling this order because it goes against the SMJ. UCMJ, and Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention.
Real quick.
So it's like, bro, and so
this is a post. Wait. Okay, real quick. So verbatim posts written by Trump. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. I would assume they capitalize it because he raised his voice, or I think this is how he typed it, maybe, right? Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. And an example must be set.
So Cheeky, he's not even talking about the troops. He's talking about the Congress people who said it. Cheeky, so
that's my point. I was never talking about the troops. I was talking about the Congress people. He's calling. That is still crazy.
It's not so Cheeky. So if
it's not. It's not crazy.
Well, no. Listen, what I'm saying. No, it's not. So by the law, what he said. No, so let me explain it. So my bad. Go ahead.
Let me finish the quotes. This is really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors, lock them up. Seditious behavior is punishable by death.
That's not a guarantee. That's a possibility, not a guarantee. You know that. You know that. So why are you right?
Why are you protecting? And this is the point. Why are you protecting this at all? That is crazy.
Well, it's not crazy.
That is nuts.
Cheeky, I bet Cheeky. How many times, Cheeky, you ever have a motherfucker threaten you? I don't know what y'all did. So use the Air Force, right? Cheeky,
he's the president of the United States. We were just talking about Jasmine Crockett.
I feel you.
This the bullshit, bro.
It's not bullshit, Cheeky. And again, man, like I said, bro, just walk me for a second. So, Cheeky, you know how many times we were threatened with being sent to fucking Leavenworth and boot camp, Cheeky? Said the fucking Leavenworth.
Were
bro.
they the president of the United States?
It doesn't. It's not. It's not about them being a president or not.
If it doesn't matter, then I don't want to hear shit about Jasmine Crockett being able to say this, that, or the third.
It matters. It matters because again, I'm using it to say that people at all levels, she can say hyperbolic things, and to understand now what you're talking about. These people were promoting or suggesting to soldiers that they did not have to, soldiers and sailors and armed forces members, that they did not have to adhere to the lawful orders.
Unlawful.
No. Again, no. What?
Go look it up. Since we just looked it up, go look that up too.
Through Super Chat. Shad, at what point is the criticism, SAS about Jasmine Crockett, to help protect BW from the harmful stereotypes already put out in the U.S.? And if you could, explain how this goes with your topic today.
Could you read it again?
He says, "Shot. At what point is the criticism, Stephen A. Smith, about Jasmine Crockett to help protect black women from the harmful stereotypes already put out in the U.S.? And if you could, explain how this goes with your topic today."
Yeah. So the first response to the first part, and I said, unfortunately, if I had the anecdote, if I had the panacea for all black people, I would give every nigga in America a shot that makes them remove their concern with what white people think about them. I legit would give my entire savings to make it happen because it's unproductive. It's never served you and it never will, because you're talking about a person, a thing, an entity that never really quite honestly told your story. So why would you care in 2026 what they think about you? So I don't think we need protection from any stereotype. I understand that we don't quote unquote own our image, which I think could be argued as well, because I'm saying we are the image. We know what's that. We know what the truth is. We know what our people look like. We know what our mom and dads and brothers and sisters look like, and they're decent people. We know that. We don't need the media to tell us that. We know it because we live it. The second thing, the second part of the question is, again, it goes back to, again, the tricky thing about accountability, because what you notice is there's a lack of consistency. And what we often do in these conversations, we dismiss each other on both sides. The people who's a critic dismisses everyone for rejecting their criticism as black people who are scared to have honest conversation. That's not the truth. I have a little bit higher expectation for my people, particularly people that come to these platforms, have these conversations. Because, for instance, a person like a figure like HAMP, right? I wouldn't consider myself some arbitrary accountability. I come and give my perspective and things I get out the way, but HAMP consistently tries to hold people to account, to a standard. And guess what happens for the most part? It gets received, because I think most thinking people have assessed that HAMP actually has a love for his people. That's why he can be heavy-handed with his people. And they also look at his life and say the standard that he's administering is one that he actually follows. But we have other characters in this space that don't have the same profile, and they want to dismiss everyone as if we don't know better, like we ain't been doing our own, like we can't see what's in front of us. And I just want us to have an honest conversation about it. It ain't just because people are scared to get criticized. We've been getting that's why you made the point about the stereotype. That comes from criticism, invalid criticism, stereotypes that were never true about our people, and we still fighting it to this day.
So, okay. So in terms, Aaron, did you have anything?
No, sir.
In terms of the example, right, Shad, if I'm asking you more specifically, you got Stephen A. Smith. Is the problem his vigor or lack thereof? Is the problem what's that thing? A red herring.
The dog whistle.
Yeah, in terms of, well, I guess what I'm asking is him getting this thumbs down award, right? After bringing First Take several years, right? Bringing light to an event that was obscure to me, and I would argue most people.
For sure.
Right? Until First Take hits it, right?
Right.
There's people that wouldn't know if it wasn't for Stephen A. Smith just going.
Right.
Why is he getting critiqued now? Is it because of who he criticized? If so, that does not shine the negative light on him. It would, in my estimation, shine the negative light on them if it is about who he criticized. Because what did he say? He's saying what Darius said, you bring in lingo that don't belong there. Is that too much? Or are we speculating that's why they don't like him anymore?
I guess I wouldn't be like disingenuous. I think that's a part of it.
Okay.
I think that's a part of it. As I said, I think as a person who's trying my best to be objective,
sure,
I do. I think he went from being an infamous journalist, he was entertaining, to now we see he's considering politics, and we're seeing a pattern. Like I said, the fact that when the show ended, he went to Sean Hannity to have a conversation. I'm saying, right, we know all news media is biased, but I mean, is it crazy to say that, in particular, like a Fox News, doesn't really, for the most part, right? I'm saying not absolutely, but for the most part, the things that they promote, the talent they promote, don't necessarily align with the things that would be for the best interest of black people. Is that would you say it's a fair assessment?
Fox News. The Fox News takes the approach. Okay, let's make it tangible, right? From my limited I know enough about Fox News. Fox News will be more closely aligned with what Mr. Fantastic has to say.
Right. And I guess conservatism.
Okay.
And I wasn't trying to make it a political thing, but we've had the conversation right in America today, right? When we talk about where, right, the whole plantation conversation, but I'm saying when you really look at policy and you say what things are benefiting the majority of a certain group of people, most assessments say it's not conservatism right now. And I'm saying Fox News is an arm of that. So I'm saying Stephen A. Smith, who, again, and I think this is something that'll blow over, right? I don't think this has completely changed his position in the world in any way, but I'm saying that the people that came up with the decision, they did an assessment. Me particular, I'm not a fan of this respectability politics when it comes to politicians, because I don't see why. Like, why is it that we pick and choose who has to have a certain level of decorum in order to get in office? I think when black people specifically speak out, I think that has real world consequence that could be harmful. So I'm saying Stephen A. Smith is considered in American society to be one of the elites, one of the representatives, right? Just like the same way everybody get upset when Ben Crump show up to a tragedy. The same thing when people like Stephen A. Smith start speaking out, people listen, and it could have real world consequences. So the other side, right? So I'm saying the NABJ are on the other side seeing that, and they're trying to get out in front of it. Wrong or right, you know what I mean? Whatever side of the coin you're on, but I'm saying I understand it. I understand why it happens, because this is happening continuously in all arenas of society. Where there's a person that speaks out against a group of people, and you have people speaking out against that person. And I'm saying we should be able to assess what's happening instead of just being so dismissive of it. Because all it does is it keeps us in a circle. Despite Stephen A. Smith doing all these good things, we can assess what his current profile is. And I'm not sure currently, you know what I mean, he's the same person from First Take. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And I'm saying again, right, like I said, rejecting it, right, that doesn't mean a person doesn't want to be held accountable. I think we look at certain patterns. I'm reading a book right now, HAMP, called The Grift, by Clay Kane, and it's talking about how the Republican Party used to be the party of Lincoln to now the cult of Trump. And they have all these different profiles, like Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas was a like pro-black as hell at one point. Pro-black as hell. And then later in his career, something changed. And I'm saying we should be able to assess these patterns. That's really like the crux of my argument. I'm not calling people coons. I'm saying too often when we had these conversations, that's what happens. If you don't agree, you a victim. If you agree, you a coon. I'm saying no. We are thinking people. There's a real assessment, a real rubric we can come up with. There are theme lines in the way people talk. I told you one for me is listening to people scapegoat poor people, and then always provide cover for the system, for the institutions. I'm saying why are you so heavy-handed on this side, but on the other side, it's like, man, we got to get over it. It is what it is. No, that's not how you operate. If you're a person about accountability, you will hold that line for everything. If you actually believe in accountability, you will hold the system accountable while holding your people accountable. This ain't we can chew bubble gum and walk.
Where are you at on the thumbs down award then? Yay, nay, or antennas up?
from what I like saw, because I haven't seen all the clips. Like the Serena Williams thing seemed like just that sounds like something we could do. Or Aaron, we talking about what we feel like if a girl was dancing at her ex celebration, we would have our takes. The Jasmine Crockett thing specifically, and I always push back against this. I hate
At
the
Black
fact that
Dawn
we
donated
do the
$20
respect.
through Super Chat. At Shad, what makes Clarence Thomas not pro-black anymore?
Oh man, it's a list of stuff. And I guess that's the thing. I guess when people ask these questions, I don't know what people really do. I guess I'm doing my Miss Fantastic thing now. I don't know if people really be kind of having an assessment of how things impact people that look like them. I think because now we are, and this is what I was kind of going back and forth in the Discord about him. We're talking to Free Zone, chopping it up about like now in society, because we have become Americans. When we want to talk about other people, we'll use those comparisons to disparage our people, but we don't talk about the things that they do. Like for instance, we don't talk about the Jews having an anti-defamation league, but they'll tell me and Chiki to shut up. Why do people without a power have an anti-defamation league? Why? Why do they have that? They don't need it. They own everything, remember?
So, do you think Stephen A, because of the influential aspect, should refrain
No,
from
not at
said
all.
criticism?
Not at all. I think that
Do the
that award he got is a.
But do the benefits outweigh the cost? So when he speaks out, more people listen. Does his criticism change anything, or does it only have a negative effect, or does it shine light on like what would be the benefits? So why wouldn't what would you suggest he do?
So my suggestion to anybody, again, this ain't just about Stephen A. Smith. When you criticize, like the back and forth that me and Miss Fantastic have, do all the criticizing you want. Make sure you accurate. Are you being biased when you looking at research? Because if you are, you're doing a disservice to people. Are you actually being judicious in the information that you are assessing to make a statement about people in general? Do you have a prescription? Once you've made your assessment, once you made your criticism, do you actually have a prescription? Are you the same person you criticize? Because we need to know that too. Are you that person too? Because that matters when you talking to us. That's what I said to him. People listen to you because we can see how you live. Oh, okay. So when him tell us we ain't doing the thing, we don't get offended by it because we like, damn, he doing it. Like Tiki just said, he the old nigga up here that's doing it the right way. Shy still ain't got no wife. Shy still living a bachelor life. Him got the family. So when him talk to us about his religious backing and all those things, it makes sense. It's not a matter of him, for me personally, right? It's not a matter of can you or can you not speak. I want everybody to be able to get their shit off. But don't get mad when you get your shit off, somebody get theirs off too. That's part of the play. And I'm saying sometimes that get back is legitimate. That's all I'm saying. It's legitimate.
Yeah, I understand your position more and more now. So you're not saying that he should scale back on one side. Are you saying he should turn up the wick on the other?
I'm saying, man, if you're gonna be that demonstrative, man,
Right.
be that all the time.
Right, all the way around. Right. So
All
okay,
the
all right,
time.
okay. No, that makes sense. Keep it where it is, but just on both sides of the equal sign. Okay.
Because what I keep seeing, and I just keep seeing this like in different ways, and I just never been a fan of like the bully. So for instance, right, when I see like with us as men, right, when I see a conversation with the women, the way we handle it, but then when the dudes show up, all those prescriptions and these stronghold, these morality, it's like, well, I mean, we men, so it ain't the same. And I'm not talking about like a religious prescription. I'm saying how heavy-handed you are with how they need to improve when it's our time. It's like we lighthearted about it. So to me, it's like you saying it's easier. I guess it's like it's easier to punch down on black people, but it's harder to punch up. I just never been a fan of that.
You got some super chats, hand. You muted.
Yeah, you muted him.
My bad. As Thomas with the $5 says, Shad, he critiqued Jasmine for her quote unquote gutter politics. How can you expect him to get in the gutter with the president? He'd be a hypocrite, no?
What gutter politics? I said I could be. Yeah, I don't know what's because I always thought the criticism of Jasmine was like her decorum. They said she do the sister girl thing. I always thought that was the biggest criticism.
That is the only criticism. There's no gutter in politics that she does. They just don't like the way she talks. But then we'll absolutely hear this nigga get away with saying all kind of stuff and then apparently not know anything about it. That's the issue.
Isn't that kind of what, not liking the way someone talks, could that not be the gutter way of communicating?
Yeah,
if you don't like the way someone talks and the president of the United States consistently talks crazy and the only person you are pointing out is a black woman who is literally just giving the same energy back that she gets, you look weird.
I guess because HAMP, like I said, it's the easy way out, right? It's like be it's interesting because like I said, it's like like for instance when we do the DNP conversations, we've been talking about the men for so long. It ain't our turn no more. When we gonna talk about the women? Now when it comes to America, like I said, I just showed y'all Booker T. Washington in the 1800s was telling niggas to get their shit together. We can't. When you talk about America, niggas start shaking. Why y'all talk about America? Why? Trigger Mike asked me that I love America, and I hate Miss Fantastic not here because I want to say this to him. I wrote what he said down verbatim. Let me find it because I was like, is this the performative part of the show, or does he genuinely feel this way? Because now we got to have some real conversations. Now he said, I'm going to be happy when it happens. When a permanent underclass happens, I'm going to be the crab kicking you motherfuckers to the bottom. That's what he said. So I'm saying, I'm supposed to just laugh at that. Ha, it's funny, but I know the permanent underclass will include people in my family and people in yours. And a nigga that look like me from the South, they got the same twang said, pause. Got the same twang said, I'm going to be the crab kicking you motherfuckers to the bottom. What's the necessity in that statement? How is that helpful to us with what we dealing with? So then we're gonna come back next week and we're gonna be cool. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with playing, but then I gotta be like, what are we really doing? What's really happening now? Cause you're gonna be the one kicking. You gonna be the one kicking to the bottom. You? Okay. All right. Cool. That's what I'm talking about. That accountability. That's why I said then it start falling apart. When we do stuff like that, then it start falling apart.
All right, let me read these. King Nova with the $2 says, Cheeky need to run a fade. Well,
man, we family. We ain't fighting like fighting, man.
Bet Life with the $5 says, thank you, Hamp. Trump's whole reason for insulting Stephen A. Smith was because Stephen A. Smith was criticizing him. And Trump did what Trump does. Pop shit. Well, the talk says, watch your tone, Shad.
What? Who was that?
That's Walk the Talk. I think he kind of referring to because I think the conversation is slightly about Stephen A.'s tone he took via in each clip.
Yeah. Mine went about tone, yeah.
Wine Nose Chronicles with the $5 says, let's make this easy. Stephen A. was attacking her personally. Trump was attacking him personally. He never attacked Trump personally. He wanted to debate. Okay. Well, that's a point. Mr. Quincy with the $5 says, I hate to say this, but Shad and Cheek, they want to have feelings-based conversation and a fact-based conversation.
That makes no sense. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna stat guy here, but it's cool, man. I get it. Everybody got their people, so it's all good. It's all good, man.
This shit is like
2K hate me. Niggas said he get tired of shining facts, but it's cool.
This is Monday Night Football for niggas that don't watch football, right? They got their team. That's cool.
Wednesday afternoon, but yeah.
It's all good, man. I accept it.
AL with the $5 says, if Stephen A. Smith criticisms were towards, say, Candace Owens or Condoleezza Rice, would they still see him as disparaging black women? Going postal with the $10 says, Trump said Democratic lawmakers who urge soldiers to disobey unlawful orders should be arrested. AL with the $5 says, how many people who watch clips actually watch Stephen A. Smith's content? He made plenty of full videos about Trump. Just look at the channel at a glance. Sean Brewer with the $10 says, "Ask Cheeky, was that unlawful about? What was unlawful about it? Bet he repeat what Democrats said. Anything Trump do, they against. So tell us, what was the unlawful assignment?" Sean with the $2 says, "Shot."
We want to answer that, or we just want to move forward. I don't mind answering, but we'll move forward.
Yeah, you can answer. I just want to read them first because I get caught.
Yeah.
Shot lead of politics alone from Sean Brewer. AL with the $5 says, 1, he just didn't go to Hannity. 2, he said Hannity helped him at his lowest point of his career, so it's not all about politics. Devin with the $5 says, Shah, your statement about Stephen A would be an actual concern if he didn't go and show face on all platforms and all sides, not just Fox. AL with the $2 says, yeah. Can we define disparaging? Sean Brewer with the $2 says, and his answers is a list of stuff. What the fuck is that? What for what? Oh, Clarence Thomas. All right, so when I'm done, I want to restate Black Dawn's question, and then she can respond to what Sean said regarding what was the unlawful orders allegedly. Vet Life with the $5 says, can you answer Black Dawn's question? I would really love to hear this. Some of us know a thing or two about him. Devin with the $5 says, influencing troops to disobey direct orders is an act of treason, punishable by death under the UCMJ. AL with the $5 says, Stephen A's comments on Crockett was less about her decorum per se, but it was a factor, and more about her being known for focusing on Trump and not her district. Miss Jilly with the $10 says, there is a midterm coming up. If y'all are really concerned, you need to be rallying for the Dems running for Congress right now. If you aren't doing that, you are wasting time. Jay Miller with the $2 says, what's the last stat Shaw provided? All right, so Cheeky, Sean said, what were the unlawful? So he said, ask Cheeky what was unlawful about it. Bet he repeat what Democrats said. Anything Trump do, they against. So tell us what was the unlawful assignment.
So anyway, he obviously either doesn't keep up with politics, as it wasn't about what Donald Trump did. It's about what Pete Hegseth did. There was an attack on a fisher's boat in what was the country? Anyway, there was an attack basically on a civilian boat, right? One attack subdued the boat, put it out of commission, caused the boat to not be movable, whatever the case may be. Then there was a second strike on that boat. That secondary strike, after investigation, right, it needs to be investigated, still ongoing. That's still in dispute whether or not it was lawful or unlawful or whatever the case, because it's an ongoing thing. That those congressmen put that message of not doing unlawful orders out as a response to that issue that was going on, to say don't do this and don't put your freedom at risk due to this order, right? So the investigation for the thing hasn't even been completed. So I can't say whether or not that strike was unlawful, but that's why it came about. And his response to that, to them making the statement, according to the law, which is in the military, that we all have to learn each year, you don't have to follow unlawful orders. In fact, we're encouraging you not to do that. It is up to you, and you have your own autonomy and accountability for your actions when it comes to that, when it comes to orders. So if it's unlawful or it seems unethical, do the research and don't follow it. That's all that conversation was about.
So you're saying Crimson Tide? You've never seen Crimson Tide, huh?
Submarine movie, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if you never seen Crimson Tide, you haven't lived. But essentially, in Crimson Tide, Denzel is the XO on the submarine, and they get an order, but it doesn't come through clearly. And so, hey, if the law order is unclear, you can't enact it. Gene Hackman wants to assume what the order is saying, and he wants to shoot the nuclear missiles. But you need the XO to agree or confirm the orders, and Denzel wouldn't.
Yes.
And so then they had like a insurrection on the vessel and etc. But he was saying if it's not a lawful order, then I cannot confirm it. You know? So he went against his higher up. Okay.
Hackman being a skipper. But I'm noticing I'm noticing an inconsistency here. Like we don't know if the order was lawful or not. So when Congress is saying that you shouldn't, we're encouraging you not to follow unlawful orders. Are they saying that, or are they saying you shouldn't follow that order?
Unlawful orders. Yeah.
Okay, so they're not singling out that particular. They're not saying that was
generally
okay.
Speaking,
they're just saying okay. All right.
Just generally speaking, don't follow unlawful orders.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The message was.
So okay, there's a public service announcement.
Yeah. Black Dawn. Excuse me. Shot. Black Dawn had asked this question apparently, and then VetLife re-asked it. Apparently, they don't think your answer sufficed.
To what question?
It says Black Dawn with the 20 ball says, "What makes Clarence Thomas not pro-black anymore?"
Oh, I guess that's some of his court decisions. So like the Voting Act, the Voting Rights Act.
Hold on, bro.
At Meter and Robert 771 donated $20 through Super Chat. Few good men what they were charged with was executing an unlawful order.
Yep. Go ahead, Shot.
Yeah, so there was a decision he made on the Voter Rights Act a while ago. That wasn't like last year. There was something like a gerrymandering case where he voted against. I mean, I think he voted with the majority. So these decisions.
Louisiana versus Calais.
What city you say? I think it was in
Louisiana,
South Carolina. But it was a gerrymandering decision. I guess I'm just saying like these decisions, from most black people's estimation, people that know, I'm not claiming to have all the information, right? But I'm saying I listen to other people as well, that these decisions would negatively impact black people. And the decision that he makes on the Supreme Court go against what the majority of black people would agree with.
You know, Shaw, here's the thing, right? Because I lean towards the people in our cohort to help in understanding of like politics and shit, right? Yeah. And there's a profound moment on the POV where it was about getting illegal immigrants out, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the marketing was, we're going to get the violent illegal immigrants out, right?
Right.
And somehow the people who listened to it concluded that it was only them. Right. But I mark it on the salacious thing that grabs your heartstrings, and I'm going to end up doing all of them. Right. But the violent ones, you're going to agree with me. You know, Rodrigo that been cutting your grass, you don't think that he's an issue. Right. So you don't want him out. You only want the ones you want out. But my thing is to get all of them. But me not being invested, I know that. You see? Right. So then I saw this happen with affirmative action. Remember? But it was affirmative action, right? As it pertained to the schools, right? And who's being let in and such, right? Was that it? At Harvard and shit like that. But people were saying, oh, he repealed affirmative action.
At Black Dawn donated $20 through Super Chat. That answer is not acceptable. Do you know his opinion and rationale and justification? You can't correct Mr. Fantastic when he can't properly and adequately recall things. You sound no different.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there'll be situations. I think in general, like I said, I don't claim to be a savant of politics, but I think in general, I think Clarence Thomas is one of the people that consider like race conscious government to be a bad thing.
No,
like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
100%. But let's. I'm walking with you, right? I'm trying to understand this. So the immigration thing, that's people listening with a presupposed disposition, right? Because I know what that means. I know how people market shit, right? So I'm not fooled by illegal immigrants mean illegal. Don't just mean violently illegal. When they kept yelling out affirmative action, well, it was about the schools because of the disparity, right? They proved that the Asian students were being treated right poorly, right? And they looked at a demographic of people that were getting in, but also not doing well once they got in. And so now we're saying, why do we have to score higher XYZ? This isn't working. They were able to prove that, right? We saw it. They produced the numbers. when you look at the Voting Rights Act, right? And Cheeky edified me on this shit, right? Gerrymandering lines, although now seemingly positive because you had a black representative with this black cohort, were removed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the things that gerrymandering, right, was wrong. And so now they removed gerrymandering lines from that part of the Voting Rights Act. And now we're like, well, damn, now we lost representation. Right. But at what point do you reverse it? If at all. You see? So I'm just listening to the shit.
Yeah.
And then we'll conclude, oh, Clarence Thomas fucked that up. But when you listening to the whole of it, you're like, oh, well, better late than never. Like, what if I concluded that? You see?
Yeah.
And again, I don't know shit. You probably know more than me, but I'm just thinking through what I
don't.
know.
That's why I said I don't. You know, I don't know if they think about sending the super chats. They kind of like. I never claimed to be a political savant, and I welcome the information. So y'all not offending me by the shit y'all saying, because I mean y'all come on here and let's see how well versed you are about everything in the world. We'll find holes in y'all too. So it's that's not you know what I mean. That ain't nothing.
Yeah,
I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. So shout out to y'all for giving us information. I mean, y'all could. I mean, I guess y'all could send us a super chat and tell us. I don't know if you can do it concisely, like where I'm wrong about Clarence Thomas. I think that'll help us too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. You know,
yeah.
I mean, when you in there,
I know.
Back to my original point again. Like I said, man, black people have been under the microscope since we've been in this country. People are always telling us, y'all just be better. Everything will change for y'all. And I'm a person who says, yeah, criticism should be welcome and accepted. But also, the people that do all the criticizing should be open to critique as well. Because I'm saying, we see patterns. We know we people can make assessments whether it's good faith or not.
donated $20 through Super Chat. Not trying to offend. I'm just using the same standard you're imposing on others.
For sure. Salute. Keep me honest. No problem.
I guess that Black Dawn is assisting in the initial premise, right? The tricky thing about accountability, essentially.
Yep. For sure.
You know, and it's difficult, right? It's interesting. It's interesting how this thing works too. When people show you love, it's almost like you got to be weary too. You know what I mean? And I'll explain.
Yeah.
Like if you say, "Hey, Hemp did this well," right? Now motherfuckers is like, "Oh well." Right? Like it's an interesting thing. Like,
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like that poet.
Like
when the poet came up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? It's
I really want to. I wish Miss Fantastic would pop up, right? Cause
he'll be right back.
Really
He had to go get the baby.
Okay. I want to ask him about that.
Okay.
I want to ask him about that.
Let me ask this. Let me ask this, right?
Yeah.
Can you just critique and that's it, Aaron? Like commentators, right? YouTubers, content creators, we converse, right? On the daily, right? People come join us on the daily. 400 people, 500 people, 300 people, right? To hear us converse and critique about several different things, right?
Right.
Can feels weak to me.
Yeah.
But I hope you understand what I'm trying to convey. Can you converse? Can you critique and that's it? Like, can Stephen A say what he need to say about Jasmine Crockett? And does he has to also not act like her at any given point? Right? Like does he have to be perfect in the terms of the things that he's critiquing her on?
When critiquing, do you run the risk of being a hypocrite? Yes, you do run the risk of being a hypocrite. And no, you can't just critique and that's it. But I can't say that as an absolute.
So think about let's stay right there, right? Let me clarify.
Yeah. Okay.
Stephen A is a journalist, right?
Right.
Right. Him to be salacious is valuable.
Right. Right.
We thought that there was decorum when it came to our people who are in the government, right?
Sure.
There was a regal nature to most of the presidents that I can remember. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I can call George Bush Jr. Jr. the third, whatever the fuck he was. He didn't
W,
have
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
But Obama, the Kennedy, of course, even
Mhm.
George Bush Sr., Clinton had the look. You know what I mean? Al Gore had the look, even though he lost,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I always thought that was a thing. I thought these people
Mhm.
comported themselves differently, right? Professionally. And so when Stephen A talks about her conduct, do I get to call him a hypocrite? They don't do the same thing.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, it depends on what your position or motive is. You know what I mean? Like what your goal is. And I agree. The commentator can get all bent out of shape and tell you that the players are sucking, even though he can't catch a ball and save his fucking life.
Yeah,
he's not on the field, just catch the ball. He's commentating.
So, yeah, exactly. So now, do you find fault with him not keeping the same energy?
No, because he's not doing the same job.
There. Now, how about him having a different disposition as it pertained to Trump critiquing him?
See, that's where I would have an issue, except for the fact that he was actually calling Trump out. So I'm not really interested in his disposition. I think that was the quiet before the storm. You know, when niggas is about to get into some gangster shit, they're not really yelling at each other. They get close. You know what I mean? Like when somebody's about to get duffed, the yelling kind of calms down and then it goes off. I think it was there, right? But in a vacuum, yes, I do think you should keep the smoke equal across the board, or at least put it where it's deserved.
Yeah, because think about this, right? It's a catch-22 for him. So he's talking to Jasmine Crockett about being hood or whatever, right? I'm just trying to summarize it. Trump comes at him. He responds like how Jasmine responds and talks like how she talking to Trump, right? Now he has to exude the behavior that he just admonished in order for us to respect it.
Right. Again, he's not in the position. I wish he wouldn't do that, because even as a journalist, I do hold you to a high standard of communication. However, it's still not the same position that she has, where she's actually making laws, right? So that's an even higher standard still that I would hold her to. I would not expect that of him. But as Sean edified us on, and I agree, that arena is a shit show deluxe, right? Lawmaker arena is just they're just bonkers over there. So
yeah, no, 100%. I've seen a couple fights. People acting like they want to fight and shit like that, right?
Yeah. Jesse, it tells me all the time they get, and my cousin John, he's a chief of staff for city council here in Philadelphia, and he's like, yeah, they get in fights all the time. You know, former mayor John Street used to literally assault motherfuckers on council on the floor. So yeah, they're crazy.
Damn. Cheek, what you think about like my overall assessment? Like what I'm asking Aaron. Like, am I missing something?
I think if you haven't watched Stephen A. Smith's transition into politics and his mindset toward it, you can miss why there's been a problem specifically for black people, right? Because when you start using the same rhetoric, using the same dog whistling tactics, like when we start seeing things that we know people who don't care about us use, and then you become a face for it, or your words can be used for it, then you start losing the respect, and you start losing the cachet. You start losing the things that you start losing the things that you are trying to hold on as memorabilia, as a way to come back into, and that's never going to work. I don't care if you were a great person 2 years ago. 2 years later, you're an asshole.
I see. So what do you do? So let's say Shad sees an issue with black community, black women, that particular archetype of behavior, right?
Uh-huh.
Does he refrain from speaking on it because it gives them a level of cannon fodder, and they can clip him as a black man saying it.
No, what you do is you continue to have those critiques, but also stand against it when it's being used in another way. So, for example,
Okay.
if I say something to you, Hemp,
Yes.
because I know you well enough, and I
Mhm.
say, Hemp, these are some of the critiques I have, but some random person comes up and goes, yeah, Hemp, and that's why I'm going to turn to that person and say, shut the fuck up, because you don't know Hemp. But what'll happen is I'll say critique, the person will come over, they'll say the critique, and then they'll look at each other and go, well, he's being honest.
Oh, I see.
No, I'm not going to allow that.
Now,
Because I know it's the same reason why that poet had a problem with people using his poetry to spread a message he doesn't concern. That's but you saw how he came up and said, I don't want this to happen. I can respect that poet and the poetry that was used and go, I know his intent. I don't know these niggas' intents. Because every time somebody that don't look like us got something to say, and they all and when they say it, it comes with a lot more racial undertone and other shit that come with it, and you just sit there and let it happen, then I'm like, wait a minute. Is the critique you care, or is the critique just saying I'm just making an observation and it just so happened I agree? No, I don't know. I don't fuck with you.
okay, answer me this: what is the value? What happens if you don't turn to the other person and say, nah, you don't get to jump in this. You don't know the entirety of the situation. You don't have proper context. Why does that need to happen? What's the value? What happens when you don't?
What happens when you don't is now we see you as opposition and not part of something. The reason why I can say something to my siblings and you can't is because it's my siblings.
Is it also my
If you say
intent?
something to me as a parent, if you say something to me as a parent, and a random parent comes up to you that has no relation with you, or better yet, has history of talking shit about you openly and behind your back, and you just let it happen, what does that say to your children?
Now, question. Yeah, if that parent does now, I think you cleared up what you meant, right? By restating what you said, that you said a person who's talking bad about me, right? Because I think there's also an issue in the community from if you meant the first statement of a parent comes up to correct, the oldies, the older generations always brag about the milkman will whoop you, then your neighbor will whoop you, and then when they get home and tell your mom will whoop you. And the level of accountability was grand at that juncture because you could hold other people accountable because you had the same standards. So you're not saying that,
And
you're
it's
saying the neighbor who already thought you ain't shit take that opportunity to whoop your ass.
yes,
Okay.
the neighbor that is not part of the community, whenever they make those callbacks to people being able to do that, they speak of everybody being unified. We are not in that area. We're not in that time frame now. And that's the issue. When you start going to places that obviously are not unified in their viewpoint or their care for black people, i.e. Fox and Sean Hannity, these people have a history, and that organization and that news station has a history of portraying black people a specific way intentionally. But everybody that's a part of that group and a part of that organization or thought and mind or idea, they don't see anything wrong with it because all they're doing is just telling the truth.
What's he doing
But
over there?
people who see what's going on is like, these niggas don't care. And since you siding with them, you don't either. So fuck you. And fuck everything you got to say.
Is
Because
that what's happening?
you allow anybody to say anything, and if they white, you barely say anything about it. You'll run defense. Like the fuck.
Is that what's happening? Is that what he's doing over there?
Stephen A. Smith, or you saying in general?
Smith.
Oh, I'm not sure.
No, I'm asking
It is
Cheeky.
It is, yes, it's been a slide that way. People still have a lot of respect for Stephen A. Smith, and there are a lot of black people that say, "Oh, like I see what y'all saying, but he ain't there yet." His whole stance, especially politically or whatever socially, is I'm a centrist. But when you start hearing takes over and over again that sound less centrist and more aligned to one side than the other, people
White
pay
Nose
attention to that.
Chronicles donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Harvard wasn't just about test scores. Black students were scapegoated for Asian admissions while legacy preferences also gave major advantages. Yet after race-conscious admissions ended,
Asian enrollment did not surge. That's good clarification.
As a matter of fact, it decreased a little. The same thing with white male attendance too. But again, it goes back to how that same group of people, that program presents things. They make DEI the face of black people and do it on purpose to garner their audience to be so against it, not to for the audience not to realize this shit helps you too.
They make DEI the face of black people, or the black people the face of DEI?
They make DEI the face of black people.
The way you said it, okay.
People, yeah, as if black people get wherever they got because of DEI. And if you did get where you got, DEI calls into question whether or not you deserve it. I remember when Steven Crowder was going to universities asking black students, should DEI exist? They go, yeah, I believe so. Then they go, well, how do you know you got here off of the merits of your own work? Well, because I had a decent GPA. Well, how do you know it wasn't DEI? Like, it's always a question as to the qualification of black people that are
welfare queening and shit type shit.
Yeah, like that shit is lame.
Yeah,
and if you side with that at all, we're always gonna have a problem with it. Cause it's like, nigga, what are you doing? Why do that? We fighting for our image as is. Don't help.
Now, do you if you're in that position where you are fighting, when in the welfare queen's face, do you get to go, "Hey, welfare queen, stop fucking up the game"? You're giving them ammunition. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, you can say that, but even with that being the case, they're gonna be who they're gonna be. My intent is not to always look for those people, because those people's mindset, it is what it is. Like, what am I supposed to say to Jay Prince?
No. It's not about the outcome. It's about what I'm just trying to figure out what you think the person is qualified or allowed, quote unquote, to do. I'm not worried about the outcome. Just trying to establish once your position is okay. You answered
by
it.
all means, address that. But
have
here's
at
the
him,
thing
right.
that I don't want to happen is don't extrapolate it to all black people.
No. Right. That's what I'm saying. You've already established that, right? You're on the right side of the fence. I'm just saying, does that license you to, have at the motherfuckers that are putting up a bad image? So, but you said yes, so.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, so I was thinking about your question to Cheeky.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, my stance isn't canned, right? This is America. You can say what you want to say. But I thought about what would happen if I went out and critiqued and people that I care about call me on it. I would listen. Because I trust you. If I go out and I got a take and you hit me up on the back chat, Shy, I think on that one you was kind of tripping. I ain't gonna dismiss it. No, you just scared to let black people get criticism. I'm like, man, why you think so? And then I hear you out, and because I got love for you and I also value your opinion, I might do some remixing. Or it's possible I might say, nah, fuck that hemp. I'm gonna stand on this one. I'm gonna die about this one. I'm saying, but that should be a part of the exercise. So often it literally becomes a dichotomy. You cooning or you're a victim. And I'm saying black people do this to each other. Like we don't have enough ability to have conversation about what's happening. I keep telling y'all, I don't. My mind never goes to what other people what they think about me. Because when y'all say they, I know who y'all talking about. It's the same day that it's always been. My mind doesn't go there because I'm not goofy. I don't care what they think. I'm saying, but when my people say, hey, Shy, you tripping on that one, I consider that. And I'm saying I think a figure like Stephen A. Smith is gonna do the same thing. Cause I'm pretty sure he got homies, women in his life that may be like, yeah, man, I think I'm just watching what's going on. Just consider some things. Like what's the mission? And I think that's okay for us to do that.
Okay.
As a group, as people with a similar experience. I think that should be the standard.
So let's do this real quick, right? So we're at the 3 hour and 12-minute mark, which equates to 3 hours. If you guys want to extend the show, you could crowdfund it with the super chats, upwards of $100, or we'll see you tonight, I think. Let me ask this question. Let me put that out there. Impress, please write up that message so I can pin it. So let me ask this, and we'll see if we can get the extension or not. Right? All good. We appreciate the love and support that we already garnered today.
Sure.
How do we go about, in terms of a valuable way, holding, right? I mean, let's start holding the women accountable. What is the most efficient and effective way to do this thing? Because I'm thinking accountability recognized is change behavior, right?
You're right. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. Yes.
Right? So the accountability would be them hearing and then adhering. And then you see a slow but sure trend of change behavior.
Yep.
How do we conduct that conversation? What should it sound like? This is what I'm asking. Now I'm asking about the conversation. How should the conversation sound? If at all possible.
That's a good one, man, because I think these conversations ain't without. Because I'm not answering your question, him. So I'm gonna go last. I'm not answering. I'm going somewhere else with it.
Miriam is fantastic. Cheat.
I used to know. I don't have no. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So the conversation should go as to where each side gets to state their point, pretty much uninterrupted or reasonable interjections, and then points are made, counterpoints are made, so on and so forth, and the discourse is had. The person that has the best logic, reason, and or outcome, if there is one to be desired, should be the one that triumphs. Issue and problem is, again, Black America has a problem with Black men speaking. If the Black man says anything against, negative, critical of Black women, he is the problem. This Stephen A situation is the personification of that. It's proof positive. And again, it doesn't matter how much he's done for Black people. It doesn't matter how much he's done for Black women. It doesn't matter how much he's done for Black journalism. How dare you, nigga, open your mouth and criticize one of ours, one of the ones that we put at the precipice of deification. So once you understand that, bro, that's the fundamental issue and problem of you even being able to have a conversation where you're being critical of Black women in the first place. Black women have to even be accepted of criticism, just off the fundamental understanding of it, and they just don't. Nobody can be critical of Black women, especially fucking Black men, unless they're gay. If you're a gay nigga, they'll listen to you. If you're a straight nigga, nah, they ain't trying to hear it, bro. So that's the fundamental issue and problem as to where straight Black men cannot say anything critical of Black women. You bashing, you hate Black women, you hate your mama, you gay, all this same shit, bro. You gotta have two sides that's willing to have a conversation, and it's all became a gender war once Black men are talking back.
I take my answer back. I have an answer. I know exactly how to do it. You ready? Tune in this and every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on This Might Be Risky's Women's POV. If you haven't tuned in this past Tuesday, join the replay gang.
It's the reason why I was struggling. It's hard for me to answer it. Like when I'm thinking about the real world,
okay.
Like I can give like a prescription for the internet, because I was gonna say, I mean, the talking is cool, but what would be you use the word most effective? What would be most effective is them seeing what happened, seeing the good, quote unquote, good women with a man that's treating them the way they should be treated. That would be the most effective, because I'm saying if none of the people doing the criticism is living the life that the critic is talking about, it just kind of like it becomes like your favorite show that you hate to love. It becomes that.
Okay.
That's not true either, though.
Chiqui go?
That's not true.
No, I didn't.
Hold on, Miss Fantastic. Cheeky?
Yeah, I think we need to start having understanding it and listening skills in conversations on both ends. I think unfortunately just people don't listen well. They don't listen well and they don't comprehend what someone is saying or messaging well at all. And because that's the case, it's hard to even communicate clearly, right? That should be followed with actions. We have to stop making it seem like, there aren't any actions that men do that solidify some of the bad behavior of women and vice versa. But we just have to be honest. We can't continue with this rhetoric of I'm just this and this is just what I do on both ends. I'm just a girl, so I just feel. I'm just a man, so I just fuck.
I'm asking about the girls more specifically.
So what the girls, what they need to start doing is listening. Just listen. Instead of listening to respond, they have to listen to understand.
Was the question?
Huh?
No, I thought he was done. Go ahead, Chief.
No, I was just saying that's what I think should be happening. Right. And I think that when those things, I think it's easier to listen to people that have some level of understanding with you as well and some rapport. Right. That matters a lot. There's a reason why when you speak, the panel will be quiet or try to understand. It's because you're offering some level of understanding. So when you speak, there's no question he's misunderstanding. If there is, the clarification seems to be in good faith. But if that's not given on both sides, whether it be male or female, it's hard to even have the conversation.
Maybe I missed the assignment. Was the assignment, what do we do to
be effective
get the
in
job?
The conversation, yeah.
Right. Not what do they need to do. Okay. Chicky, you were saying that they need to listen. I think the question was, what do we need to do to be effective? Not what do they need to do to be effective upon.
You said, what do we need to do?
Yeah.
To effectuate
but
change.
He just said,
to effectuate, to hold accountable and effectuate actual change, which would be change behavior, would show that people are being held accountable.
Yeah.
You said, what do we need to do?
Yes.
Right, as men.
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, that's what I was explaining. We need to also listen to understand. What we need to do isn't that much different than what they need to do. It's not that much different. The thing that I think the biggest thing is we have to stop affirming their behavior with our sexual behavior. I think that's the number one of the worst things to do.
Okay, I understand that answer.
Mr. Fantastic, you wanted to push back against something, but I do, and I want to ask the same question about how to effectuate change for men to be held accountable and then change their behavior as well.
I can speak for myself personally, and I joked about this yesterday with Uno. I said, I'm 39 now. When I was like 29, 30, I wasn't around men who prioritized marriage. They was all moving around, getting money. I mean, that's the easy thing, but they wasn't prioritizing family. A couple of them had a baby mama, but like the family conversation, much we talk about it now, wasn't a conversation. My relationship ended. I met y'all, and I'm around a whole bunch of old niggas that got kids, got wives. That's all y'all talking about. And I'm saying at some point, the few homies I got in this space, I'm gonna be the only dude without a family. So them boys trips gonna be kind of awkward. You know what I mean? If I gotta go find a fill in while y'all got y'all long term relationship. So I'm saying just the fact that if you look around you and all the men are of a certain ilk, I don't know. I guess I consider myself a self aware person, so it kind of compels me to make an assessment, being like, if this is what you around, this is what you want. You got to move differently. I don't know if that works for every man, but I'm imagining most men function in that way. When they start to kind of, it's like you stall them out. You stall them out, Debo, where it's like you the only one that's moving like you move, bro. You can't even. I can't call him for a late night. Hey man, hey 2-man bruh. She said bring a friend. Nigga, I got kids. We talking about? Damn. Let me call Strada. Nigga, I'm working on. What you mean? I got. Damn.
At Black Dawn donated $20 through Super Chat. It's not just about understanding. You need to extend a reasonable level of charitability and provide a reasonable level of benefit of the doubt. Both of these things are completely void.
Yeah, I don't particularly get him a benefit of the doubt. Go ahead, Shy. You finished?
No, that's it. Yeah, that's
cheeky.
You know,
same question. Cheek.
It froze up. Give me a second.
Aaron, same question.
Right, could you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let Aaron answer. It froze up for a little bit.
How to communicate in a way to effectuate change among men, from men, establish an agreed upon goal, and establish what it is that we need to contribute to achieve that goal, and then offer to hold each other accountable as we help each other achieve that goal. Instill a sense of trust and confidence in that person. Because at the end of the day, it's like I can hold you accountable, but who's going to hold me accountable? And if I'm holding you accountable and I expect you to take that and be genuine with it, then I kind of got to live by that same mantra. So I would offer that to you. Now, if you take that and squander it, then very well, right? Because I have a check and balance system. It's layered. You're not the only person that's going to be holding me accountable. But if you're new to the game or whatever the case is, then I would offer the same, I would actually ask, look, man, I'm going to hold you accountable, but I need you to do the same to me because I'm not perfect. We're all infallible, but that's why we got to, teamwork this thing.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so now the question is what for men to do? Well, right? Men so men are already doing it, bro. Men are having a conversation. Men already hold ourselves accountable. I mean, men are the most critical. This platform alone, nigga you broke, nigga you fat, nigga you this, nigga you that. I mean, we constantly already have this. So I don't understand what we're saying, and that's the problem here. We men hold men to such an even high standard that we don't even understand that we're already doing the thing that we're asking the other group to even just start doing. And that's the problem. That's the fundamental issue as to why we can't move forward or we can't be successful, because the men are always the scapegoat. Shout to Shad, right? The main scapegoats of the black community are the men. If the kids are fucked up and the kids are stupid as hell, even though the moms are the most educated and they have the most control over the kids, it's the dad's fault. Even though black men are the most involved fathers, you're not involved enough. Even though these women having all these motherfucking kids by these random ain't shit niggas, we need more mentors. Y'all need to take care of kids that ain't yours. So how are we not doing that? How are we not already holding the men to the ultimate standard and blaming the men whenever some shit goes wrong, even the shit you have absolutely no control over? Now, to the earlier point, the pushback against Shad was about pretty much, again, man, whenever you dare step out of the shell of, man, you a man, you figure it out, the man this, the man that, the man this, the man that. This is why we're never gonna move forward, bro. I'm just telling you, and I know, it's hard. It's hard being the motherfucker, bro, that understand the world is motherfucking round versus flat. Not saying that no one else is unintelligent, not saying you guys are unaware, but this shit, I'm seeing it happen in real time since I started having these conversations and really looking at this shit and really seeing it, applying it not only to my life and my anecdotal experience, but other brothers, right? And just us overall as a whole. The shit is slowly but surely happening, man. And once everybody else catch up with people that see the shit like me, bro, hopefully it ain't too late. That's all I can say, man. Because people outside of us now are even starting to talk about the ways of black women and how black women treat black men, how disrespectful they are, how much they disregard and everything that's just, I'm just saying, bro, it just is what it is.
Go ahead.
I wasn't sure if you. I didn't get a chance to ask Miss Fantastic my other question about his statement yesterday.
Oh, he dropped off. Well, let me see.
Do we get the extension? If not, I
gave him 5 minutes. Remember, you can crowdfund the extension. There's a few more things that definitely have substance to talk about, but we can wait 7 days. I think everybody got to do their part, right? So before, because I want you to ask that question, right? But we may have to wait.
Wait till next week.
When I look at it, right, don't get deterred by the people that are most vocal, right? We often see that in the earth. Motherfuckers who talk you to death probably don't really want to fight, right? They want to peacock in hopes that they don't have to fight, right? And so, this might be risky. Analytics say it's about 30% women, right? But we probably have, way less than that commenting in the chat, but it's never been the majority of the people doing the right thing or listening, but if you speak cleanly, concisely, and what you're saying makes sense, even when people don't like it, the people that you want to affect are being affected, right? But we have so much doubt because we only look at the commenters themselves, but we know it's far more views that'll actually be compiled than just the people comment, right? And so when you given a prescription, it's oftentimes a prescription is clean. So if I'm talking to men, right, hey, college may not be the road, but we also are the least in the trades. That doesn't quite make sense. What do you actually do when you go to a gym? We already know women appreciate a man's aesthetic more than ever before, probably. Right? You know that you have to clothe and take care of children, women, right? You have to be able to do your part. We know those things are effective, but you have to tell people how to do them. You got to give them either goals or opportunities, right? And don't get confused or deterred by the people who keep chatting. Right. So that's how I kind of look at things, because I get these inbox messages to be like, hey, tell me more about Hebrew Israelism or the Bible, or what you think about this, or I really thought about this, or thank you in this email. Right. And I'm like, shit, you got one, especially because you giving a prescription and it ain't even salacious. Change the verbiage. All you is hoes, right? Then we get the argument. What's a hoe? Well, all y'all are defiled. There ain't this silence then. So you still got to understand the audience. Now, I think generally men have been spoken to more candidly. The truth is, we can't actually take the shit like we act like we can.
Fact.
That's the one thing that I see that goes between, because we escalate to talking shit pretty quickly once you offend. So when we having real conversations like we did with the Nerd Show, outside of me trolling and gaslighting them for the first 45 minutes, once we got into it, I stopped that shit. You see? Because now I really need to understand. So if I can assist in any way based on my experience, I can. And now they open to listening. So I don't know. I just wonder how effective our overall communication is. And how can we help people traverse this landscape that seemed to be shit and piss? So.
Page from your book, the way you delivered a Luke 22, the way you paraphrase that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus told the disciples, you ain't got a ratchet, so you close and get yourself one.
I tell you, boy.
But that will get people hook, line, and sinker. And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the Bible.
And when we be outside, the young niggas walking by, I'm like, yo, y'all niggas, man. He's like, y'all don't got no hoes. You know how they be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's that shit? That ain't lost on us. Solomon had bitches. You said what?
Right. Exactly.
What you mean?
Yeah.
What you mean? What I mean, nigga? He had way more hoes than you got.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Or if we up north, down here.
Yeah, right.
Country shit they be saying. You know, like
Yeah.
then you get them, and then you really start giving them some game. You know, the real.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Yep.
And when you get it be 1,000 brothers walking by. You get 2 brothers to stop, shit, nigga. Once you pack your shit up, you feel good as hell. You know?
Yep.
But we forget that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause it be the niggas yelling across the street, talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Always a nigga yelling. Nigga, fuck across the fucking street, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like
keep
stop
progress
talking.
here.
Like across the street, nigga. You know, so.
But the 2 is so important because those 2 today are gonna get 2 of their own tomorrow. Under your tutelage. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a great way to, and I think that's important, that we need to do that for each other, is to get each other to understand when it's, baby steps. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's gonna be baby steps, but diligence,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. Don't cuss them if you don't love them, right?
That one, yes, sir.
I'll be so hard on the kids in practice, it don't make no sense. You know, they be down.
Yep.
We be walking up the hill back to the school. I'm like, hey, man, you did pretty decent today. That nigga done forgot he done got cussed out for the last 3 hours. When I mean cussed, Shaw, I don't know how I cussing, punching, they helmets, headbutt, all types of shit.
Our basketball
Marine
coach
drill
like
instructor. Yeah, Marine drill. Yeah,
you get hit for missing layups. I remember all that.
But Friday Night Lights though, when that scoreboard is, 48-3 or 48-7,
it was worth it.
That's when it's,
Aaron, one time they had a punt return, they damn near returned for a touchdown. So I'm jumping up and down, laughing, saying, "Let's go." Coach like, "Why are you celebrating?" I said, "Nigga, we get to do a goal line stand. They ain't about to get in." I said, "My D line got 50 sacks. They not about to get in. We about to show off."
Yeah.
You need to go talk to the special teams coach, nigga. We got this goal line. Ain't getting in.
Yep.
So damn,
Tell
man.
them to keep their helmet on.
For real, man.
Yeah, man.
Unlike
these board, because y'all ain't talking about hooping, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say what they don't have nothing equivalent. Oh, let's sure hope he missed these 2 free throws before he wins the game.
That's a lot, nigga. What you mean? That's a lot.
Shooting while nobody is doing anything to him.
Whatever, man. Listen.
Hey crowd, please distract them. Fuck out of here. This shit.
Only person that Mike can relate to the man in the arena is the quarterback, man. That's it. The rest of y'all, man, it's 10 people out there. Y'all got help.
Yo, hold on, Sean. Sean said they ain't have 50 sacks. Look it up, Sean. God damn it. 57 sacks, bro. 57 of them things. Look up
DC area.
I'm trying to tell you. They got some. Look up Jamry Chroma. He on the Bears right now. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Hamp coaching defense in the DMV is a 50 sack season.
Monsters, man. I'm trying to tell you.
That's dumb.
Damn, man. I had this is a great combo, bro.
It was a good show.
We gotta finish it. So put the question out there, and then Mr. Fantastic can answer it in 7 days.
Yeah, I already asked him, man. Just your comment yesterday. I wanted to know the why. Why would you be excited about your people being a permanent underclass, and why would you take on the mantle as being one of the crabs, kicking them to the motherfucking bottom? Next week.
7 days.
5, right? This is Wednesday.
Right, 5.
5 days.
Oh, we got 5 days. Yeah, 5 days.
Indeed, man. Cheek, any final thoughts?
Yeah,
Ugh, that nigga enthusiasm is terrible.
this shit be getting. I don't. This shit is just a lot, and niggas don't realize it because they commenting. But it's a lot to just be. Anyway, man, I really hope the best for black people. I hope niggas don't go into a trick bag. I hope that we are more protective of each other in the image and the part to play. You do not want to be the tool used to dismantle an image that's already shaky. That shit, and if you don't have any connection or any care for that, then that's when I'm always have a connection to that. I'm always feel some kind of way and very protective over that image as best as I possibly can. And I'm always be against it. So do what you want with that info, but fuck you if you against me, bro, at that point. Cause this shit is getting ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Aaron?
Yeah, great conversation, great topic. I learned a lot. I hope a lot of people learned a lot. Cheeky, looks like it was your week, man. Get yourself, a beer or some Lipitor or some blood thinners, because looks like your pressure was up this week. Started with me, and then it was Hamp. Fantastic. His afterburners are always lit. I guess next week is Shad.
It's my turn soon.
But yeah, man, go woo lift some weights, have a beer. But yeah, shout out to the fellas, man. Shout out to the HQ. Couldn't do it Monday, so we did it Wednesday. See y'all next Monday.
Indeed. Thank you, Holiday Rail Salute, for the loot box. Yeah, and since we use this program, it pops up on the screen. I see other people had to read them and shit, like the little gifts things. Appreciate you, Shad. Any final thoughts?
Man, I appreciate you allowing me to curate the conversation today. A couple of shout out to all the old niggas that's making old niggas look good. These young niggas can't fuck with us in no way. They fashion, they music, they don't got it. So shout out to all the old heads still making it look good. Shout out to Black Dumb and a few of the people that send super chats. I hate freestyling, and I guess today I tried to freestyle a certain topic, didn't have the information. I'm cool with that. I'm like, hey Cheeky, what you think about this? I'm like Doomsday, Cheeky. I get better. Every time I die, I get better. Is my nerd? Am I getting better as a nerd? Like, that's a nerd reference, right?
That is a big nerd. That's DC.
Come on,
right?
man. I'm Doomsday. And come on, Cheeky.
For sure.
Hey, is DC he's DC, ain't he? Doomsday?
Yeah, DC. Yeah.
Man, that's really nerdy too. Damn.
Come on, man. Yeah, I'm like Doomsday, man. I get better. This content creation thing isn't easy for everybody that's thinking about doing it, having to have compelling topics every week, man. It's a hard job, and I appreciate him for bringing me on and letting me be a part of it. But I'm still working on it. What I anticipated happened, we was gonna have an example. We was gonna kind of get stuck in the example. I think that's so you got to learn how to, when you present an example, make sure it's one that could fulfill the entire conversation, and it did. So I would say it's a success. Last thing, man. At the end of the day, we often talk about worrying about what other people say. I just was raised in a home where I learned who I was. I learned what was spoken against me, what was true and what was not true. So I just appreciate my foundation. I don't carry that weight of what people think about me, because I know when we really get down to it and tell the truth, you know what I mean? We're imperfect people, but man, we good people. I always have been. So appreciate y'all, man, tuning in this Wednesday. Looking forward to the conversation next Monday. That's all I got, him.
Indeed. Yeah, man. Nah, for sure, man. It's fantastic. And Big Aaron usually make me do all the work. So I appreciate it, man, for sure. It's fantastic.
I'm so old and out of touch, man. Look, I tried. This shit ain't work, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, one of, like I said, the most prolific black journalists in the history of black journalism. Shout out to him for the waves that he's paved, the doors that he's opened, the black women that he's extended his platform to, the black women that he went to bat for. And it just goes to show you, man, you're only good as your last game, as they say, man. As soon as you say something black women don't like, you're public enemy number one. You're thumbs down award. You're a coon. You everything and all these different things, bro. And again, nobody seems to see it. But like I say, man, it's getting to a point as to where everybody's, is bird box, man. All right, bird box. The black community is having this bird box moment, and people are opening their eyes, man, to who the culprit really is, bro. And again, not all, but until we fix the one most important issue and problem in the community, bro, it's not gonna get no better.
Yeah, man, I appreciated the topic. Definitely interesting, and the take on accountability. So often someone will have a great point, but who they are, their character will supersede that, and it is and I want to say rightfully so, but then I also understand that's a very slippery slope. You can disqualify someone's opinion for just about anything you deem fit. We had a conversation yesterday about love languages, right? This one don't matter until it's its turn, right? I don't want no gifts until I ain't get one for 6 months. Now that's the main one I'm focused on.
Right.
You know, so this shit is so interesting because it's just up and down, you know, but we have to get people to listen, you know, for more than just people that they think care about them or they care about. Right? Because there's so much information offered, and I think I benefit the most from that because generally I'm trying to listen actively to everybody talking regardless of who they are, you know. And so so many people say so much valuable shit, but I fear because I know it's often missed if that's not your favorite superhero talking, you know. Shad, you would be more like your superpower like Jubilee, like, you know what I'm saying?
Jubilee,
like
what, nigga?
decent, you know what I'm saying?
Jubilee is crazy.
Yeah, like they not you're not great, you know.
We got a box.
Jubilee is crazy. Jubilee's
we got a box. Next time I see you now, we got a box.
No
need. It is what it is. I might be the first air. We got a box. Out of all the niggas he could have thought of, he said Jubilee. We got a box.
saying because it looked good though, you know.
What is her superpower? All you do is throw.
Niggas love fireworks though, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga said Jubilee, bro. Damn.
Yo, niggas love fireworks, man.
I told you the Juggernaut nigga without the helmet, nigga. It's all good, man.
Yo, you know Juggernaut don't got no superpowers. He just believe in himself. Like that's Juggernaut put the helmet on so you can't get to his brain, and all he do is work out and believe he that strong. He don't have no superpowers. You gotta
go down the list, nigga. Go down the list. Nah, since I'm Jubilee, I gotta hear the rest of them. Come on. Who next?
Yeah,
Juggernaut definitely has powers, non-nerd nigga.
No, he doesn't, bro.
Yes, he does, bro.
Hey, Miss Fantastic, let him finish, man.
He's not a mutant.
No, he wrong. The nigga is wrong.
He's not a mutant. He's not a mutant.
He's not a mutant. Exactly. His powers are from a demon. It's from an extraterrestrial. What do you call it? Not immortal, but a fucking eternal or some shit.
What?
His powers are from the Sidorak, bro, because his powers get turned over to Colossus later on because he's found to be not worthy. Get your knowledge up, football nigga.
He says immense superhuman and magical powers.
Yes, magical. The crystal of Sidorak, man.
Man, fuck all that. Keep going.
In other words,
man.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Keep going with the list, man. I gotta hear the rest of them. Keep going with the list, man.
All right,
you disrespected me for the day, man.
All right,
I'm about to whoremonger for 10 more years because of that. It's crazy. I was ready to join, man. I was ready to join camp. 10 more years, man. 10 more years.
All right, so I say Aaron's more like a Razorback, man.
Razorback.
Who is that?
He can drive good.
That's a hell of a. That
nigga do drive. Yeah, that's the nigga with the boar's head. Okay, yeah. That's some real nerd shit right here. That's crazy.
Yeah, I say he more like Razorback. Yeah, man, like he can drive pretty good, I guess. You know. I don't particularly like Beast. So Cheeky definitely a fit right there.
Beast, that's funny.
Like he's athletic, right? But compared to a gorilla, he's like regular. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen him before, just in a primate. You know what I mean? But he's smart too. And then when he put on his glasses, he looks smart. So, you know, I think that's relatively easy. Mr. Fantastic isn't actually as cool as Mr. Fantastic himself. You see, and I'm not.
You're right. He could you know, hope to be the real Reed Richards is hope to be as, you know, as me.
No, you're more like the Thing.
Nah, definitely not.
The Thing, generally speaking, isn't great. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not as strong as the Hulk. He breaks, you know, every so often. right? Like if you were a strong guy, you'd rather be Colossus. He looked cool. Thing looks horrible. And he's not as strong as Colossus, Juggernaut, or the Hulk. Will you change your name now that I've explained it to you?
Never. No. You know what I mean?
I'm Drayden Jackson from the 90s, nigga. That's who I am.
Yeah, you niggas can change your shit. I'm Razorback. Hamp, you a genius or you clairvoyant? I'm standing 6'8", weighing 410 pounds. He's a massive and physically strong street fighter, though his abilities rely heavily on his wits and mechanical genius. He was later to be a mutant with an innate instinctive ability to drive, pilot, or operate any vehicle in existence, from semi-trucks to experiment on NASA spaceships, even if he's never seen it before. Bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm more like
changing my shit.
No, that's yours. I think
that's what I'm saying. Like, you killed it.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, my powers are more like if I'm being humble, like Apocalypse. You see what I'm saying?
You could have gave me Gambit, bro. You could have gave me Gambit.
Everybody like Gambit. You can't say Mon Ami.
I'll give. Nigga, everybody like.
Okay,
me.
say Mon Ami, and I'll give you Gambit.
Nah.
No, go ahead. Say it.
Mon Ami.
Yo, you are Apocalypse. Ancient, immensely powerful mutant supervillain whose core philosophy is radical social Darwinism, survival of the fittest. That's fucking Hamp.
Mon Ami.
Yeah, man.
That was still bad.
Yo, Hamp's good at this shit,
terrible,
bro.
Vet Life with the $5. Hold up, fellas. Who would Hamp be? Let me get y'all answers, not his. What? What do you mean? What they gonna say?
I'm reading it. Apocalypse.
I called him Juggernaut.
The nigga would be Puck.
Puck.
Oh shit. Puck.
Nigga.
Oh shit. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
oh shit.
Gambit was, I think, probably the coolest, but my favorite is Wolverine for sure.
Yeah, every nigga want to be Wolverine. No, we can't do that because that's definitely what niggas gonna say.
Yeah,
every nigga want to be Wolverine. I'm getting game when it come out too. Definitely.
I gotta watch. Yeah, that's the shit. At least we get that before. Everybody talking about GTA 6. I'm about to pay this $80 for this motherfucking Wolverine game. This shit better be good.
Yo, that Wolverine game. Did you watch it? It looks crazy, my nigga.
Yeah, the preview look
I
good.
seen the preview for it, but
he killing people like Mortal Kombat. That's how that shit it look crazy. So I'm definitely getting that shit. I just got Big Chug in the Wolverine, man, because he was in the Spider-Man. But I'm like, yo, fuck Spider-Man, bro.
You know, that's what all little kids start out with Spider-Man though.
Yeah, and they sell his outfit. You know what I mean? Like he always got that.
Yeah.
Shit. Puck is crazy.
Yeah, that's right after Sonic.
Nah, he don't like Sonic.
He don't like Sonic? Oh man,
it's like our time.
They generation don't really got Sonic though. That's not a cartoon for them like that though.
Yeah. He like that. He like Black Panther, shit like that. You know. All right, man. I see y'all tonight. I think about to hit this gym. I'm gonna try anyway. So I'll
yes, sir.
Jump in the Discord. Let's have some fun. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Come back if you can to hype the stream. That really helps push us into the algorithm. Dope shows to the HQ special edition. And we here, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.